Yo, what's up? My name's Petrowski, and welcome back to the PokeMMO Iron Man series, playing the most popular Pokemon MMO out on the market, but without using the market. There is no trading and no GTL usage allowed on this account. And when the game is balanced around those functions, that changes a lot of things and adds a lot of grind to a lot of activities. And unless we plan things out accordingly, it's going to cost us. So you have to make a lot of important decisions on the Iron Man account. Decisions like choosing to do a streamathon and stream this game and make progress on the account for over 28 hours. Yes, you heard me right. Starting tomorrow morning, I will be live for 14 hours a day until people decide to stop giving me too much money and Twitch subscribing. But if you want to support my content and allow me to do stuff like this, make sure to subscribe. Head over to Twitch. You can YouTube membership on YouTube or hit up the HelloFresh link in the description, one of my beautiful sponsors that allows a small channel like myself to stay full-time. Now, we have a ton to still do on the Iron Man account, but thankfully this episode, we have a ton of time to do it. Let's jump into some of our goals. Now, the first one might be kind of obvious, but I am still in legendary jail. I've been hunting for Articuno and or Raikou in Kanto and in both Johto respectively for about 8,000 to 9,000 encounters now. Now, we do not know the rate of these legendary Pokemon as a community, but it is heavily speculated and guesstimated that they're about a 1 out of 5,000 chance. And I did get a little lucky on my Moltres, getting it in about 2,000 to 3,000 encounters, so it only makes sense I would go a little dry for these ones. And I'm fortunate that I have 28 hours to hunt these two legendaries in the next 2 days. Because if I don't get one or both of these legendaries in the next 2 days, they're gone. And I'm going to have to wait 3 months to be able to get them again. This could be crucial because I need to catch the Articuno to get elemental orbs to raise the IVs on my Moltres to make it raid ready. It was really lucky that I got Rash Nature on this thing, but if the IVs are terrible, 6 speed and 15 attack, and I can't fix it, what was the point of even that lucky roll? I need this Articuno just to be able to raise the stats of the better birds like Moltres and Zapdos. It is crucial to the Iron Man's ability to be able to do raids, which are coming up in about 3 months or so. For those who don't know, PokeMMO raids usually return with the holiday events, and they are a 4-player PvE cooperative activity where you have to fight one giant big boss raid Pokemon, and they are very difficult, very intensive, and I do not want to be the weakest link just because I'm an Iron Man account. There are no excuses on an Iron Man account. You have to perform the same way a main account would, but under different restrictions. So I'm going to be running back and forth in Pattern Bush and in other locations in Johto trying to get these birds and legendary beasts over the next 2 days. It's almost the end of the month, so this is my last shot. Now, other than the legendaries, now that I have Johto complete and I can access Mount Silver as soon as I complete the Pokedex, that is becoming a lot more of a mainline goal for me that I want to focus on. I'm currently only at 211 caught OT Pokemon in the Pokedex, but if I can get that up to 603 or max it out, not including legendaries, I can then access Mount Silver, which would give me access to one of the best XP training spot in the entire game, one of the best shiny hunting spots at Larvitar, a Tyranitar alpha spawn, way better EV training spots, and then some of the best money makers in the game with the red refight, as well as ability patches to make my Charizard and other Pokemon raid and PvP ready. However, Pokedex completion is a very long-term goal that I am not close to yet, but what I can do to work towards that is complete Sinnoh. Yes, in this one episode, I would like to both play for 28 hours grinding, at least 28 hours, probably more than that, running back and forth, grinding my ass off to get the legendary beasts, and then I would also like to complete a storyline. This is going to be an extremely intense episode for me. These 3 goals alone represent around 60 hours of content. Going for each legendary Pokemon is around 20 hours on average. Obviously, I'm already into these hunts, so hopefully that sort of banks into the time. But you never know. I could go extremely dry for both of these. And then Sinnoh is going to be an all-day thing where I also record a Sinnoh storyline guide alongside it, which usually takes around 14 to 16 hours. Now, I have to do all of this while maintaining my normal goals of doing daily gym reruns, and for that, I need to farm up some more amulet coins, as well as catching all alpha spawns that happen to promote better breeders in the future. Now, after I get all of this stuff done, I'd love to work on a PvP team next in grinding OU for ranked rewards, as well as free PvP Pokemon, but that seems like a task for another episode if you ask me. Personally, I think that with what I have planned, I am going to be plenty busy in this episode. So without further ado, I will see you guys tomorrow at the beginning of the Streamathon and at the beginning of the legendary hunt. But quickly before I go, let's not forget a few things. I'm starting this episode with 767,000 Pokeyen, 2,700 encounters, and 368 hours played. That's an important one. I'm curious to see how high this number goes just in this one episode. I think we'll definitely push over 400. All right, fellas, we are here. It is time for the Streamathon, the PokeMMO Streamathon. If you want to support these HelloFresh sub, YouTube sub, Twitch sub while I'm live during them, check them out. It's a great way to support. But right now, we are focusing on the Iron Man account today, okay? We are starting the Streamathon with 369 hours played, 767,000 Pokeyen, and 2,700 encounters, and a big fat zero legendary Pokemon this month, okay? I still need to go for Articuno, and I still need to go for Raikou, and my time is running out. I'll be playing 14 hours a day the next 2 days, pushing for these two legendaries. It's that important. I'm gonna go ahead and pop my amulet coin and get started. We have a lot of progress to make, and thankfully we have a lot of time to make it. Other than that, I have a ton of Pokemon to EV train, Pokemon to XP train. For example, I'm XP training my catching Breloom right now up to level 100, hopefully. A new powerful Pokemon that I can actually use effectively now with the recently attained Toxic Orb. I have a ton of competitive Pokemon I can EV train. If I could, in the dream world, I end up with both legendary Pokemon by the end of this total Streamathon over multi-day process. I end up with a decent, ready-to-go PvP team, an OU, right? I end up with maybe a shiny or so. There's a lot of things we could do. More Pokeyen access. We have a lot to do, and thankfully a lot of time to do it, which is not a sentence you hear me say very often. So let's just go ahead and jump into it. Our first gym run during the Streamathon. All right, we just finished up our gym rerun. We are now up to over 1 million Pokeyen. Let's keep it that way. We have about 45 minutes until the upcoming catch event. That's right, there is that Spoink catch event today over in Hoenn at Jagged Pass. I'm going to go single encounter in Kanto for a little bit for Articuno chance, and then make my way over to that catch event as soon as possible. I'll see you guys with some more Iron Man progress. Oh, also, my catching Breloom is, ready to use. I'm going to go ahead and finally, put the Toxic Orb on this thing, get it out of my PC, and start using it. It's not level 100 yet, but this is very usable for quite a while. So I'm gonna go ahead and try to actually start using this, maybe for the upcoming Spoink catch event. We'll see if it's needed. All right, we have our first alpha of the Streamathon, an alpha Dewgong over in 4 Island. Obviously not a very powerful Pokemon, not a very good hidden ability, but it is a very good breeder. I'm hoping for a male here. Yes, beautiful. It's what you want to see. It'd be a fantastic breeder. It is in the Field and Water A age group, which are two really, really good age groups. So would love to see some good IVs just to use this as a breeder. Don't really care about keeping the alphaness or anything like that. This is my first time being able to use my catching Breloom in an actual fight, and you can see you can just infinitely sustain. The fact that I can go ahead and set up substitute to stall whatever. I should have spored there. I did kind of mess up, to be fair, honestly. I'm just too distracted, but usually you can essentially spore and then sub, and that allows you to always get off a free sub. What did I just... Or... me trying to show the one example of why it's good to actually use catching Breloom. Also me getting my ability switched from Poison Heal to fucking Contrary by Alpha Dewgong's very niche move, Entrainment. Okay, so not a good example of what to do. I should have spored, because now it actually cost me a lot of HP. But essentially, you can spore substitute against 99% of alphas. As long as you outspeed them, it's very, very important. And just permanently sustain. Now I can't because he got rid of my Poison Heal. But Poison Heal heals so much. It's so good. And allows you to infinitely sustain with infinite substitutes. So recommend that. Just don't misclick the way that I did. And now it's turn 17. I can just go ahead and timer ball this thing and hopefully get a catch. Crossing my fingers. It's been a long fight. Okay, Orchid insta breakout. Sure, Dewgong, sure. Okay, it took quite a few timer balls. It was a decently unlucky catch, but we thankfully did get it. Let's see. We got a male breeder. Looking for some good IVs. 3 times 31. It is in attack and special attack, so it's kind of duplicate IVs. I probably won't use those. There's not that many. Maybe for a mixed Dragonite, there's not that many mixed attackers, especially in these age groups. The main mixed attacker that's actually really relevant that I always think of is Infernape. Infernape is actually a very relevant mixed attacker, dual threat, who almost always goes mixed attacking. It's just his main benefit is naive, but I think he is in the, I believe Infernape is humanoid age group. I don't know if he's in anything else, so that's something to keep an eye out for. Usually mixed stats like that, attack and special attack, not super worth it. We're gonna go back to, we're not gonna go back to, are we gonna go back to Articuno? Go back to Articuno for a few encounters over at Island 5, but the Spoink catch event begins in about 17 minutes. Yeah, this is a weird location for a catch event. It's over in this like one little grass like strip. That's actually so weird. Jagged Pass in home. I need Numel for my Pokedex. I might just catch this really quick. But we have 6 minutes until the event begins. I'm trying to bring up Spoink on the... I probably don't have my Pokedex actually, but it's a common encounter here. Okay, and then Sudowoodo. Let's just do. Oh, okay. Sudowoodo, Giga Pass, lore. Okay, so okay, you do want to lore to get Sudowoodo encounters. I'm gonna quick ball this really quick, or should I just ball swipe spore this as it's not the event? Yeah, I won't waste that. But it is timid +5, modest +5. I might just fall swipe spore this event and play it very casually. I've been quick balling a lot of catch events, quick balling and nest balling a ton of events. This might be one where I just chill and do a little bit of fall swipe Pokeball. I'll have to run some catch rates to make sure, but I have a ton of Pokeballs and I'd rather save the Pokemon at the moment. I think I'm going to be on fall swipe Pokeball duty. I could do Nest Balls. Nest Balls are 100% catch rate, but I could also just fall swipe and Pokeball, and it takes like an extra... It's not as efficient as other strats, but I have so many Pokeballs right now, and I'm running a little bit low on Nest Balls and Quick Balls. I don't mind going ahead, saving a little bit of Poke-Yen for an event like this. I've already placed in 2 catch events. Like, my luck has been insane so far, so I'm going to go ahead and just go for the, I think, fall swipe to 1 HP. Pokeball it should be 100% catch rate. Super down for that. Catch event begins in 2 minutes officially, fellas. All right, fellas, the catch event has officially begun. I'm going to be on fall swipe Pokeball duty. It's not the most efficient strat, but it's still okay. I will say I calced it, and it said that fall swipe into Pokeball was 100% catch rate, but obviously that did not work, so that sucks. Okay, I might actually nest ball then if that's not 100%. The calculator is wrong. Yeah, that's unfortunate. Or I could just misclick and run. It's gonna be a great catch event, fellas. I cannot wait. All right, the Spoink catch event is now over. I don't really have anything worth submitting, but I do want to go ahead and show you guys what it looks like. Someone in chat was asking what it looks like to submit a Pokemon, so I'm gonna go ahead and sort by total IV over here, and then head over to this box as well and sort by total IV. And then see, I don't think I have anything worth, but what's my lowest? I'll just grab something, I guess. 70 we see there. Our lowest is 0.59. I've got nothing, but what's this one? 125. Yeah, my high, just for the sake of it. Machop's not even I can't even submit Machop. Okay. What I'm going to do is I won't actually submit one, but I'll show you guys what it looks like, okay? So what you would do if you're new to PokeMMO, you don't know how to submit. I have videos on this as well, by the way, but I'll show you guys really quick. You would go over to global chat. So you'd open up global chat and go find a GM, a CM, whatever, that says taking entries. You just scroll over global chat, find like, okay, call me sensei, taking entries. You would go ahead and whisper them, and you would say, here's, or you would say, you would drag the Pokemon over from your party over to it and say, here's my entry. That's it. That's that simple. That's all you got to do. I'm not going to send mine because it's not actually a good entry, but that's what you would normally do. Hopefully that helps you out. That's the catch event done. I'm going to go sort my boxes a little bit while we're waiting for catch event results. Gotta always release stuff on the Iron Man. Very, very important. All right, we got 2 things to happen. Number 1, releasing all of these Pokemon, boom, on the Iron Man account. Absolutely huge. We love clearing our boxes around here. We're going to move these over to the other boxes really quick as well. And then sort by total IV. Beautiful. And then next up, catch event results. 4th place goes to someone in Thrice. Dude, Thrice in chat. Congratulations, man. Let's fucking go. Thrice with a big score of 19 got himself the 4th place win. Congratulations. Do we have 3rd place yet? 3rd place, 169. A little bit higher than average normal score. 169 3rd place. Kersal, congratulations. Congratulations. We're waiting on 2nd place announcement. But then 2nd place with a 170 is As George, I think. Oh, we're spoiler alerting. We have a tie for 2nd and 1st place. Second place, 170 is As George. Congratulations to you, dude. And then in first place, off a tiebreaker. So third place, 169. Second and first, both 170. Pretty intense event. Luca, congratulations, guys. That is the Spoink catch event done with. Congrats to all those who participated. I had a lot of fun. Got some good breeders, sorted things over a little bit. I'll see you guys at the next one. Let's go ahead and get back to legendary hunting for a little bit. I'll definitely take a break and do some EV training. We have a lot of Pokemon, the competitive mons to make throughout the Streamathon, so I definitely want to do some EV training and stuff at some point soon. But for now, let's go try to look for that Articuno, man. That's actually a really good idea. Brewski said that somebody in the Iron Man team chat had a good idea. They're hunting for Raikou while Frisk, Thief, and Meowth for amulet coins. I wonder if I could do that in Kanto on Island 1. There's not really a... I'm gonna go grab a Frisk Pokemon. Why would I? Yeah, I'm gonna try that. I'm gonna like run back and forth. I can't do hordes or whatever. I'm gonna run back and forth on Island 1 and see if I can find any Meowths along the way. And if I can Frisk Thief some Pokemon, I'm so down. It's not the same time loss. Like you could just payday pickup, but like payday pickup, you get like 40% of the encounters. It's way less encounters versus like Frisk Thief. You're gonna be running into it so infrequently. It's not much of a time loss. You're not getting the swarm proc, which is the big downside there. But this could be really nice on us. We'll do this for a little bit. Maybe if I passively get up to like 30 amulet coins by doing this, that would be ideal. That would be really, really cool. Okay, someone in chat called Alpha and Johto, and I was like, there's no way. I just caught that Alpha Dewgong. That I just checked the time. That Alpha Dewgong was 3.5 hours ago. Time has gone by so quickly. I swear I just caught that Alpha Dewgong. But nope, there's an Alpha Ninetales right now. I will happily catch another drought Pokemon all day, dude. Yes, please. All right, one free extra hidden ability Vulpix. This is definitely an alpha spawn where it's worth to check the babies surrounding the spawn and see if they have hidden ability. If they do, it'll pop up with like the sun, you know, the drought popping. So I don't have a Stantler in my Pokedex. We're going to complete a little bit of Pokedex as well, man. 214 caught, make that 215 here in a quick sec. I need to buy more nest balls. I'm down to 10 nest balls. Now 9 after that. That should catch this or not. My bad. Oh shit, dude. Wait, someone just got a wild shiny, an Iron Man account. An Iron Man just got a shiny Vulpix from this Alpha Swarm. Dude, that's okay. Number one, that's amazing. Number two, it's almost like, fuck, what if it was the Alpha, you know, Shalpha? But like, that's amazing, dude. Great shiny Vulpix / Ninetales, both beautiful. Congrats to him. That's really fucking cool to see. Awesome to see it on an Iron Man account. All right, there is the Ninetales catch, 2x31 in defense and these stats are actually amazing. I just realized. What the hell? 25 plus in every stat that it needs, period. Downright, that's it. It needs nature, but all the IVs are perfection. That's a beautiful, beautiful Ninetales. Hell yeah, dude. I think I actually am deeper into my Articuno hunt than I realized. I've done about 2,000 encounters not towards the Articuno, and I started legendary hunting last shunt at 5,000 encounters. So I went 5,000 to 13,000 encounters for something, and then for a shiny, and then I, you know, so that's 8,000 encounters, and now I'm up to 3,000 encounters, so that's 8 plus 3, that's 11,000, and I've done about 2,000 other encounters, amulet coin farming, maybe even like 3,000. Let's just, I'd rather overestimate than underestimate, or underestimate than overestimate my encounters. So let's say I've done 3,000 encounters of other activities, amulet coin farming, EXP training, etc. That's 11,000 minus 3. I think I'm about 8,000 encounters deep, arguably 9,000. I'm 8 or 9,000 encounters deep into Articuno, so I'm probably almost at double rate would be my guess. All right, we do have ourselves a Gengar Swarm. Gengar Swarms and Conkeldurr Swarms, things like that are very relevant because it's one of the only ways I can actually get competitive Gengars, competitive trail Pokemon on the account. I have to wild catch any Gengars, Conkeldurrs, Alakazams, trade evolution Pokemon that can't be used an item on them like a metal coat for Scizor, right? To get these mons as comps, I have to either win them from PvP or catch them in the wild. So 4 free catches like this is very crucial to go nab on the Iron Man. All right, nothing competitively worthy here. We did catch all 4 Gengars. Worth checking though, and worth, you know, giving it a shot. Okay, you know what really fucking hurts, chat? I just realized someone just asked, what are the legendaries next month? And that made me think about what legendaries are next month. Do you know what hurts, chat? I've been hunting the Articuno and Raikou nonstop over the past, what, 3 or 4 Iron Man episodes. Now, thankfully, once I get one of each of them, I never have to hunt them ever again on the Iron Man account. So it's definitely a one and done sort of thing. But I've been hunting them nonstop. Next month, right now, it's Articuno and Raikou, okay? Raikou is actually relevant and good for certain raids. Articuno is pretty much useless. I just want it for the elemental orbs to buff up my Moltres and Zapdos, right? Next month is Entei and Zapdos. Entei is really good for fire raids, and Zapdos is the most powerful, arguably the most powerful legendary in all of PokeMMO. Next month is even more important than this month. I'm still single encountering, running back and forth during the Streamathon, trying to get some of these legendaries, but man, if I go, honestly, if I go dry this month and just don't get it, unlucky, whatever, and I go super lucky next month, that's kind of, I wouldn't say ideal, but it's better than not getting shit for either month. So hopefully we get something. I'm gonna keep encountering and see what happens, man. We're pushing through. We're pushing. 4,000 encounters there on the dot, fellas. A pretty nice milestone. About 9,000 or so encounters towards Articuno. Hopefully we see something soon. Yeah, this is a great way to put it, Xerex. PokeMMO is so good when you have to engage in different activities to achieve your goal. That's why I love the Iron Man account. Yes, it's similar, very similar to old school RuneScape as well. I love the Iron Man on PokeMMO because if I want to get a catching Breloom, right? I have to go farm Shroomish. I have to breed the Pokemon up. Oh, to breed it, I have to go farm Everstones. I have to then buy the braces. I have to go make money, Jimmy runs, to get the money to buy the braces. Okay, now that I have my Breloom bred, right? I have to EV train, XP train. Oh, and then also on top of all of this, you have to like go heart scale farm if you want to teach it things. Go buy false swipe. Also, if it's a poison heal catching Breloom, you have to go BP farm. So do like Battle Frontier or Elite Foot. You have to do like 10 different things minimum just to get a catching Breloom. Whereas on a main account, you would do Jimmy runs to make money, buy the Breloom. That's it. Like on a main account, everything comes down to Pokeyen to a fault. Whereas on an Iron Man account, Pokeyen's important. You need to do money making, but you also need to do a bunch of other things. If PokeMMO is monotonous to you, even though Iron Man account is more of a grind, if PokeMMO is monotonous to you, if you just feel like you're making money, and that's all you ever do, and you're making money to make money and blah, 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 I can't encourage you enough to try an Iron Man account. It's because it's going to force you to do other areas and other activities in the game, and you find out how much you love those activities. Dude, that's actually a huge bummer. I am paying the price for not having the Sinnoh storyline done. This is something I need to work on soon. There is an alpha Honchkrow spawn in Sinnoh right now. Having a hidden ability Murkrow, a Prankster Murkrow for raids, or a Moxie Honchkrow, I think I need both of those for different reasons. I need Honchkrow for the red refight, and then I need Murkrow for Prankster Murkrow. That's crazy. That's like actually so important, and I can't go catch it because I don't have Sinnoh done. Paying the price for my own, my own laziness towards the storylines and my own mistakes. That sucks, but it is what it is, man. Unfortunate. Dude, that's kind of crazy. I didn't even think about that, Opstrich. I just said, you know what? I can't wait to end stream and wake up tomorrow because then I can at least do a Jimmy run and that'll shake up my content. And Opstrich said in chat, man is looking forward to a Jimmy run. That's how you know he's cooked. I didn't even think about that. That is kind of fucked up. I've been running back and forth. I've officially been live for 13 hours and 55 minutes. I've been running back and forth for at least 10 of those hours. Going for a legendary, going for Articuno, nothing. Jack squat. We're just still here, man. We are just still here. All right. I just ended stream, and unfortunately, I am ending day one a defeated man. I have 16 hours and 25 minutes left to stream. I streamed for about 14 and a half hours today. I'm up to 5,225 encounters, and I'm now up to 384 hours played, up from 369 hours played. So that's about 15 or so hours logged today in game. Quite an adventure, quite an attempt. Still no fucking Articuno. I hope to change that tomorrow. I hope we can fix that. All we can do for now is get some rest, try again tomorrow. See you guys there. Alrighty, fellas, good morning. It is day 2 of the Streamathon, and we are back on the Iron Man account. Thank you, Koopster, for the sub. Let me fix my alerts really quick here. But we are back on the Iron Man account. I'm starting today at 5,250 or so encounters, okay? We're definitely now... Oh, what's the math? We're definitely now, I think, 10,000 encounters I think 10,000 encounters towards a legendary this month. We're at 384 hours played. We started this Streamathon at 369 hours played. I'm currently running back and forth, hoping for a legendary, hoping for that Articuno spawn, because in 11 hours, they're gone. In 11 hours, Raikou and Articuno rotate, and I lose my chance for them. I have been running back and forth so much trying to go for this. Officially, I've done this for at least 50 hours in total throughout this month's grind. Probably more than that. I'm going to keep going. I'm going to try my best, but I believe there is an alpha spawn over at Hoenn, so we're probably going to go catch that here in a quick sec. Okay, thankfully this Altaria catch was not that bad, Alpha Altaria. This thing has Cotton Guard and Roost, so this thing can be a menace. These stats are amazing as a breeder. Holy, it's missing nature. This is 27 plus in every stat that it needs. 31 attack, 31 speed. This would be a phenomenal flying or dragon egg group male breeder. I'm so happy with that catch. That is a great breeder. All right. Right back to Kanto we go. I'm going to do my Jimmy run at some point today, obviously. I got to get that Pokemon. But, dude, I only have a few more hours to push for this legendary. I want to get it. Okay, my goal today is to end up with around 8,000 encounters, or obviously get a legendary early and move on. But my goal is to get around 8,000 encounters, get up to that on my encounter counter over in the top right-hand corner. I'm at 10,000 encounters hunting for a legendary this month. If I can get up to 13K, it would be really nice. That would be about... Up to 8K would be about 9 or so hours of efficiently single encounter hunting. I have some lures. I might try to buy some more. I want to spend some time doing other things like Jimmy runs, and possibly I would love to do some EV training. My mind is being torn where I'm just like, imagine if I spend all of this time legendary hunting on something like way more tangible, like EV training, XP training, preparing PvP Pokemon, doing all of these things. But I feel like I've got to go for this legendary. It's that important. It's such a one and done important thing on the account, but I feel like this crippling guilt by even going for this grind. But I know how important it can be for raids. Getting those elemental orbs to make that Moltres more viable, more usable is just so important. So I'm going to try to make it work. We're going to keep going. I want to get up to 8,000 encounters today. We'll see how that plays out, and I really hope we can see that. Hopefully we can see a legendary today and move on to Raikou. This is another W for the Iron Man. Someone said most people when they're done with Phenos never touch them again. Yes, on a main account, 100%. On an Iron Man account, I actually need to like turn the Pheno ping back on. Because yes, Phenos, they give you the mysterious gem clusters, and that's how you get the mysterious gems, the type gems in PokeMMO. And if you've played the Halloween event, you know that the ghost gem is actually meta for that for the pumpkin boss, right? So like having like ghost gems, grass gems, certain type gems, as well as it's how you change hidden power in Pokemon, the typing of Pokemon. So farming mysterious gem clusters on an Iron Man is really important. So a lot of Iron Men don't have the privilege of not ignoring Phenos, for the rest of their account. It's something you have to factor in. There's all these constant little alphas, Jimmy runs, Phenos, like things to go to. I have about 12 mysterious gem clusters, and I probably want to go ahead and try to start farming some more for sure. I don't know how many you get per thing, honestly. I can actually show you guys. So if I try to... I don't want to just go ahead and do it on accident and harvest it. Let me see. What's like a good... Will this create... What's the ghost one? Spell tag? Here. So if I consume... Here's the crafting menu. If I consume one mysterious gem cluster and one spell tag, it'll create 10 ghost gems for reference. That's how you kind of create them. It's a very weird little mechanic a lot of people don't ever see. All right, it is around noon ET. That means that in about 8 hours, the legendaries should rotate. So I have 8 more hours to get this Articuno or a Raikou or something. If not, we're going to have to just move over to Zapdos and Entei next month, which are also very important. We're going to see how it goes. I'm really frustrated. I'm not going to lie. I've just been running back and forth, and it feels like I'm making no progress, which is so frustrating. My least favorite kind of grind is what I call a fruitless grind, which is just like shiny hunting or running back and forth and getting nothing in the process until you get it. At least with shiny hunting, you get encounters. And with this, I do get my encounters going up or whatever, but it doesn't feel as good as shiny hunting, right? It's just brutal. It's so brutal. I hope I get this Articuno soon. Sorry for all the complaining in this episode. I'm desperate for this Articuno. All right, with this encounter, fellas, we will be at 6,000 encounters. That is officially about estimated 11,000 encounters towards a legendary. We're still pushing. Hopes are high. Feeling a bit better. We're getting more encounters. Dude, part of me wants to go do my gym run so bad. But the legendary rotates in 5 hours. Or yeah, 5 hours. Oh my god. Rico, thank you so much, dude. The legendary rotates in 5 hours, which is insane. So I'm just gonna commit to the legendary hunt, just stick to Articuno, run back and forth, do what I can do, and then after 5 hours, we take a break, we call it quits, we do our Jimmy run, we do some EV training, EXP training, and then we try to go for Zapdos, but not looking forward to that. I'm hoping that we get lucky next month, and that's the RNG evening out, but we'll see. I just got a you can't escape message. I don't think I've received a you can't escape message since I've started farming over the past like 20 hours. Yeah, I'm gonna catch this. I think this might be Jolly 31 speed or like level 53. Like I don't know. That was weird. I have not. Yeah, this guy's fast as fuck. Yeah, I'm gonna try to catch it and see the IVs. Okay, moment of truth. I feel like this has gotta be plus speed nature 31 speed IV. If it's at least 31 speed IV, it's a good breeder. Jolly plus 31 speed would be ideal. Naive 30 speed. Pretty good stats though. What a weird, I can't believe I have not seen that once. I've not seen a single Mon not let me flee the fight yet. 28 attack, 30 speed F, double 30s. It's like pretty decent. I'll take it. A little yeah, we'll take it. It's a decent Heracross to have for a breeder one day. Okay, Chad is saying that if I change locations, I will 100% get Articuno. So we're gonna go over to the Squirtle spot. I'm gonna buy more expert lures really quick first. Actually, I think it's definitely worth. I'm gonna go under 1 million Poke here, which sucks, but I think it's definitely worth to use expert lures. There's only 4 hours left anyway for this chance of Articuno, so I'm gonna take the best chance I can get. I'm gonna use expert lures. I'm gonna head over to Squirtle / this like Abra spot over here. I do need to. I guess I could Spore the Abra if I get a shiny. An Arena Trap Pokemon would be nice, but I think I might be fine. I'm gonna stock up on expert lures. Let's buy 100 maybe. We can do 100. We can do 100. 150k. Okay, off to Squirtle we go. All right, there's a Yon Mega Swarm right now active in Kanto, so I went ahead and head over to that. Got myself a nice little Yon Mega added to the Pokedex, up to 217, I think, or 218. 31 Spadef, I'll take a stat. Beautiful Pokemon. I honestly am down just to come here just to shiny check this. I don't shiny check Swarms a whole lot on the Ironman account, but this is a Pokemon that is obviously very freaking cool. I'll take it. I was not expecting a good catch from that Swarm, but I caught all 4 and glad I did now. 2 times 31 speed boost. It needs to be bred and stuff like that, bred up, but that's hell yeah, man. I'll take it. I love Yon Mega. I don't know how usable it is as a Pokemon right now, like how powerful it is, and it's generally not that good, but I love it as a Pokemon, so maybe we can find a use for it. Okay, this is actually fucking crazy. I'm eating my dinner right now, so sorry if I'm no webcam, but dude, this is from Iron Veggie again, who has a bunch of like 5 times 31 IV Pokemon on his Iron Man. He already has 3 shinies on his Iron Man account. This is crazy. I'm really excited to see how many people like develop shiny collections and like submit things to like shiny ratings, get vanities. Like the more time that passes, the closer people are going to get that are going to have their Iron Man account look like main accounts. And that's so fucking exciting to me. This is so cool. The 2 times 31 Tenta, dude, this is beautiful. Congratulations, man. 3 OT shinies already on the Iron is really impressive. All right, we have ourselves an Alpha Lickitung encounter. Anything to take a break from the legendary hunts. Here we go. A nice, is it a monster? It might be a monster egg group Pokemon, actually. And it gives us a nice little Pokedex entry as well. Hopefully this encounter isn't too crazy. I know it has some pretty powerful moves, like a bit of Hyper Beam that can come out. We'll see how tough this catch is. No, the Lickilicky's becoming indignant, bro. This catch has been really, really hard. This has just been a really tough catch. I've played... Is he faster than me? I just dodged a really important Hyper Beam. Holy shit. I forgot Hyper Beam is 90% accurate. That was super lucky. Wait, does he have to recharge? He didn't even have to recharge after? What the fuck? Bro, okay, I need to... This is insane. This is like so hard to... This fight is so brutal. I'm going to try to lower his stats back down. We'll see how this goes. I might lose this, but we'll see. It's turn 22. I've thrown like 10 timer balls or something like that. Did we catch him? Okay, close. All right, there we go. That wasn't too bad. Turn 24. That was a pretty tough catch. That was like pretty tough. Careful nature, 2 times 31. Pretty good stat placement. Decently happy with that. Let's go ahead and get out of here and head back to Articuno Hunt. We officially have exactly, it's 6 p.m. Oh my god, I was gonna say 3 hours. We only have 2 hours left. Are you kidding me? We're down to the final 2 hours for Articuno or Raikou. Dude, I really didn't think not getting it was gonna be on the table. But here we are. And that's just how it rolls, man. Let's see if we can roll it back. I'm gonna go back to Pattern Bush, man. The old tried and true method. All right, fellas, with this encounter, this is 7,000 encounters dry now. Boom, there it is. 7,000 encounters. It's my last shiny, and that is a total of, I think, 12,000 encounters. It's 5 to 13, which is 8, and then plus 7. 8 plus 7, what is that, 15? Minus 2 to 3,000 encounters. Yeah, I'm at around 12 to 13,000 dry for the legendary. We just keep going. About an hour and 50 minutes left. That's all we can do. All right, fellas, it is officially 7 p.m. ET, which means that legendaries officially rotate in 1 hour from this moment. This is our last chance, our last opportunity. What someone was saying earlier in chat, and I couldn't agree more, it would be very Petrowski luck to get the legendary encounter in the final hour of the opportunity to be able to do so. So let's see what happens. If I get Articuno at 7:55 p.m., I still get Articuno, and then I can hunt for Zapdos immediately after. I would be so down for that. Okay, we're about to do math that's going to hurt my soul, okay? People are asking how many orbs would I have gotten if I just farmed with Coalescence Moltres, okay? And I could have just farmed Coalescence Moltres, like XP trained, EV trained, and gotten orbs. However, the chance of orbs is so bad, you get about 1 every hour and a half, maybe 1 every 2 hours, okay? So, theoretically, thank you, Yoda. Theoretically, you should get way more orbs just hunting the Articuno, just hunting the legendary, and getting the 20. This would be 1 orb an hour for 20 hours hunted. However, unfortunately, obviously, now that we've gone as dry as we have, which is bound to happen. I don't mean to complain. My account has been so lucky. I'm going to be unlucky on something. That's going to happen. And also, if I'm going to be unlucky on something, I'd rather it be this exact month of legendary rotations because it's the best month to be unlucky on versus Zapdos and Entei next month, okay? So that's a huge, beautiful thing. But let's go ahead and run some math. So I'm currently 7,000 plus 815. I think I'm around 12,000, maybe 3,000-ish or 13,000. I'm going to undercalc 12,000 encounters dry towards a legendary. We're going to do this divided by 250 because I didn't keep the 300 pace, obviously. That's pretty generous. 48 hours. Let's say that I spent around 48 hours legendary hunting this past month, okay? In total. It's been more than that because of payday picking and all this other stuff, but we're going to count it generously, right? 48 hours. Now, if I did elemental orb farming, let's say I get 1.5 an hour. What's the math on that? Do I do like 1.5 times 48? That's not right. You get 1 every hour and a half. What would the math be, chat? This is becoming more complicated of a math question than I expected. Wouldn't it just be 48 divided by 1.5? Yeah, I think you're right. I think I just have brain damage from streaming for like 20 hours. Good call, chat. Okay. 48 divided by 1.5. Right? So that would have gotten me 32. If I spent the same time that I spent legendary hunting, it would have gotten me 32 elemental orbs. The problem is, on average, you have to go by on average as opposed to, you know, shoulda, woulda, coulda. On average, just going for the Articuno should be faster, should be better. But you know what? It is what it is. What are you gonna do? We're here now. We made some progress still. Kind of. We had a lot of fun. It's been quite the journey with Twitch chat. So you know what? I've enjoyed that personally. Maybe the legendary was the friends we made along the way. Just saying. And we still have 24 minutes. This is it, fellas. The final minute, the final seconds, the final attempt, okay? The legendaries in PokeMMO rotate every single month at midnight UTC or 8 p.m. ET, my time zone. It is 7:59 p.m. It is exactly 7:59 p.m. and 30 seconds. There are 30 more seconds, only a few more encounters for me to have a chance to get Articuno. And if I don't, within the next probably 2 encounters, I have 20 seconds left. It is gone. And I cannot get it again for 3 more months. There is 12 seconds left. It's looking like a wash, fellas. It's looking like this is my last encounter. Last chance. I did not get it. I did not get it. I spent well over 50, 60 hours in real time hunting this thing. About 48 hours or 50 hours or so efficient time. It hurts. I'm not going to lie. It sucks. However, Zapdos and Entei are now in the wild in PokeMMO. So we just keep going. Let's go, Zapdos. I can't wait. Woo! The beauty is, I really just needed the Articuno for the elemental orbs. So if I can get a Zapdos and the IVs are naturally really good, I wouldn't even mind that much. And then I could take the elemental orbs and use them on the Moltres, hopefully. But ideally, both are usable. But I don't know if it'll be possible. We'll have to just wait and see. I'm probably going to take a break here from legendary hunting now that the month has rolled over. I have a whole month to go for Articuno and Entei. Probably going to take advantage of this. Do some EV training, XP training, gym reruns. Take a break from things. And actually have fun playing the Iron Man account. You know what? I super agree with this. Oz said, you win some, you lose some. You're not wrong, man. And I've won a lot on the Iron Man account. I have gotten very lucky. I've won a catch event. I've gotten 4th place in a catch event. I've gotten tons of amazing nature rolls, tons of amazing catches at the perfect time, the perfect catch, the Mightyena to breed the Charmander, to finish that breed, to fix that problem. I've done a lot of amazing things and gotten very lucky along the way. It only makes sense. Sometimes some hunts are going to be tougher than others. Is it still a bummer and it's okay to feel that way? Yes, the emotions are justified, but it also is going to happen, and I'm not too worried about it. We're going to just keep going and move on to the next grind, move on to the next goal. All right, I am back from a nice needed stretch, a nice little 10-minute stretch. Make sure to get your stretch breaks every so often when playing this amount of hours of video games, okay? Took a nice little stretch, and now it's time to finally move on, okay? I have to head over to Unova and do my Jimmy run ASAP. The reason why it's 8 p.m. ET. Jimmy runs reset every 18 hours. That means if I do my Jimmy run right now, tomorrow at around 2:30, closer to like 3 p.m., I'll actually be able to do my Jimmy run again on stream and not get it too off schedule. If I delay my Jimmy run even more, I'm going to have to end up doing it like 6 p.m., and that's really late and awkward in the day. So I want to go ahead and get to do my Jimmy run now, and then after that, I'd love to do some EV training and get up some really cool competitive Pokemon that I'm working on, like this Careful Gliscor that I want to make into a competitive Pokemon. Especially now that I have that Poison Orb, the Toxic Orb, to use for my Catching Brillium as well. We could use a lot of really cool stuff here. The dream would be able to queue up some OU PvP and actually be competitive in that manner. And also finish preparing my Halloween Pumpkin boss fight team, which includes this Litwick, this Sandile, and then one of my Typhlosions, which are already nice and done from the Jimmy Run team. So let's go ahead and get to actually making some progress instead of just running back and forth in grass for 25 hours now that I've done over the past 2 days. Wow, that's insane to say out loud. Let's jump into it. All right, let's go ahead and jump into it. Here is the amulet coin at number 18. Boom, popped. We were starting at 851,000 Pokeyen, and my Catching Brillium is at level 89 at the start of the Jimmy Run. All right, the Jimmy Run is now over. We're back up over to 1 million Pokeyen, 1,092,000 Pokeyen. The Breloom's up to level 92, and we can go ahead and jump into. We have an Alpha Crawdaunt spawn. This is the 3rd Alpha Crawdaunt I've seen on the account, which is kind of funny. Always a great breeder, though, within the egg group, and the hidden ability is actually super relevant with an adaptability. Crawdaunt's a pretty used Pokemon in PvP, so let's go ahead and try to catch this, and hopefully it's not too shabby. Unfortunately today, boys, Alpha Crawdaunt 1, Petrowski 0. We've been defeated. I didn't even realize that we caught it, but we did catch it. Okay, there we go. I almost missed it. Crawdaunt, there we go. 2 times 31. The stats are Not amazing, but relevant. I'll use them in a breed someday. Let's finally go to something I actually want to do. I'm really tired, but I really want to do some EV training and XP training for some competitive Pokemon. I have my eye on that Gligar, maybe a few others. Let's go see what I can compile into one EV train session. All right, it's time to start some EV training. I'm going to be using my Moltres, as you can see here, with Wide Lens and Heat Wave. And then I'll be EV training my Gligar named Glorp, Careful Nature, no EVs yet, obviously. IVs, 31 attack, 20 plus in all stats, and then 31 Spadef. Not moveset quite yet. Does have hidden ability access, so it will be a poison heal Gliscor. Then we have this Tentacruel. So I'm so tired. Tentacruel, Sassy Nature, 31 defense, really good stats. I think I want to go 252 defense on the Tentacruel and try to make... Well, no, I'm sorry. I think the... I don't know. I'm actually so back and forth on this. I think I go 2v2 Spadef on both. I think that's the plan. 2v2 Spadef on both. Gliscor is more of a defensive Pokemon, but going Spadef allows it to do both. Tentacruel is more of a Spadef Pokemon, but going defense could maybe allow it to do both, but not as well as Gliscor. You have lack of access to decent sustain, like Roost on Gliscor. You don't have as much setup on Tentacruel. And then Tentacruel is mostly a utility Pokemon you bring in to Rapid Spin and stuff like that. And there's pressure down the other Pokemon to switch out. You don't want it sitting in the battle too much. And then it's going to kind of die to an Earthquake anyway because the typing. So I think going special defense on both these is ideal. I'm going to start off by doing 252 HP over here at Stunfisk in Unova. We'll do 2v2 HP on each Pokemon, and then we'll split over to Tentacruel or 2v2 Spadef. I'll see you guys with some more EV trading. Wait, someone in chat said it procced I got an orb? Wait, is that true? I need to see this. I've never seen that. Wait, did I actually hear? You found an elemental orb. Dude, the consolation prize for not getting Articuno. Let's go. That's all. That's like, they're that rare. It's that big of a deal. That's my first one I've ever gotten on the account. Hell yeah. That's the benefit of using Moltres to EV train and XP train. Okay, let's keep going, man. I gotta get a lot more of these orbs. All right, there is the HP EV training done. 252 on both the Gligar in the Tentacruel. I'm gonna go ahead and just move over to special defense over in Hoenn. We'll get some good XP while being here as well, since it's just Tentacruels. I do want to try to go ahead and get Sweet Scent on my Smeargle here pretty soon. That will allow me to actually use the XP Reamplifier, which I think I just realized when XP training, I'm definitely going to want to use the XP Reamplifier. So I'm definitely going to need Sweet Scent on this thing ASAP. All right, I think the strat that I want to go ahead and do here is I'm going to go over to Smeargle Cave, which is where I'm at right now. I'm going to go ahead and lead with my Oddish here. I'm going to try to get a Sweet Scent off with a Quick Claw. Unfortunately, I got to heal my Sweet Scent, so I have to go back to the PC really quick, heal up the Sweet Scent, get some PP onto it, and then I'm going to attempt to... Actually, I think I can still use it in battle, actually. Perfect. I'm going to use Sweet Scent, hope that I get the Quick Claw proc. Unfortunately, I didn't. So I'm going to go ahead and run away from this fight where possible, or probably just die in a sec. Yeah, I'll have to leave here in a quick sec, and then I'll do this again until I get the Quick Claw proc. All right, there we go. We got our Quick Claw proc finally. It took us a few fights, but there we go. This is probably not the most efficient way to do this. I'm just very tired, and this is like something I'm familiar with, so I'm just trying to get it done with. Boom. Beautiful. Now that has sketched my Sweet Scent, it'll have 5 different PP for Sweet Scent I can use. I then skip over to my Smeargle and can go ahead and sketch the opposing Smeargle. I just like using wild Smeargles for sketching moves like this. It's something I'm used to. Boom. Beautiful. There we go. Now I will have Sweet Scent sketched onto my level 100 Smeargle, and I can use this for proper EV training and XP training with the XP Reamplifier. Let's run from this fight. Go ahead and use our 1 PP match that I did get a while ago, specifically for this moment. Use it on the PP, the Sweet Scent. And there we go. Now we can go Special Defense EV Train as well as XP Train, which are both done in the exact same spot in Hoenn over at the Battle Frontier. All right, so I have this set up. I might not be able to use Moltres here. I don't know if it'll do enough damage with Heat Wave into Tentacruel being a special defense wall. I kind of don't think it will. If not, I have this Garchomp over here in the back. Then I should be able to... Did I not teach Surf over this? Oh, excuse me. I need to teach Surf on the Tentacruel that I'm using to farm. Like this. Oh, I didn't teach it over Waterfall. Okay, HM or HM. Gotcha. We'll do it over Skull Bash. Okay. So, what's up, Koshiwa? Now, I'm going to try to use Moltres. I have my XP Reamplifier on. Every Pokemon in my party is level 100 except for Tentacruel and Gligar, which means that all of the XP will be diverted to them, and I'll be gaining Special Defense EVs at the same time. So even after I'm done Special Defense EV training, I'm still going to basically sit here and just XP train these guys. I'm going to try to Heat Wave. It's so close, actually. It did 99.3% to one of them. I think what I could do is actually put Choice Specs on this and just accept the fact that I'm going to miss a lot of the attacks, or like a lot more of them. Is that worth it to farm some occasional elemental orbs every so often versus consistently XP training, EV training? Probably not. It's honestly a tough call. I might do a little bit of both and just see how it plays out. Anon, you're kind of spitting. Someone in chat said, what if you try? So, okay. I'm not using Moltres because it doesn't do enough damage, and I have to use Specs to do enough damage that it misses, but I can't use Wildlands to do enough damage. Someone said, why not invest some of the elemental orbs that you've been saving up, and then maybe you'll do enough damage. It actually might be that close. I'm going to try that. It might be a little bit of a waste right now, but you know what? That's okay. We have to use them at some point to some extent. I'm going to throw the low-level Garchomp in here for the time being. I'm going to go ahead and use some of my elemental orbs. Very, very, very valuable resource on the Ironman account. Let's go ahead and up it to 25. Elemental orbs needed 10. That's reasonable. Up it to 25. That's a pretty darn good attack stat. Down to 11 elemental orbs. Let's then put Wide Lens onto it. Head over to Tentacruel. And let's see if we can KO now. This will be the test. If I still can't KO, I could keep using orbs, but if it's too far off, it might just be better to still use Garchomp. I need to use this at some point anyway, to be fair. But I do need to make sure I'm fast enough. The other problem is I don't want to invest too many now into Spatak, never get any more orbs before raids, and then not have a Moltres that's fast enough to actually outspeed the Pokemon and do any damage at all before dying. Still, the problem is I don't think it's enough, chat. I think I did 84%. No. Damn. I'm not going to say I wasted those orbs, but I definitely prematurely used them. Even if I upped to 31 Spatak, I can't do enough damage. Maybe for some of them. But one of them only took 74%, I think. It was way too little. So unfortunately, no. Still not enough damage, man. Back to Garchomp. All right, this attack will be the final 2v2 Spadef EVs, and then from here I just need to do some XP training. My Tentacruel is already over level 50, so that should be good. My Tentacruel is almost ready for PvP. I need to moveset it, of course, which it requires a fair bit of things. Honestly, needs a lot to be done. It's totally not moveset at all. All of these will be replaced. I did notice, unfortunately, I don't have an egg move on my Tentacruel, but that's okay. It does kind of need Rapid Spin / Rapid Spin helps it tremendously. Unfortunately, I'm not going to have access to that. This was just a really, really easy comp for me to go ahead and whip up since I caught it as a really good alpha. And I don't want to put any extra effort into it with the breeding. So I'm going to use it as is, try to get some good use out of it, which I can still definitely do. And I'll be putting other moves onto it at some point. I'm not going to worry about that for the time being. So I'll probably have to get some hard scales at some point to help with a lot of these as well. I don't have any hard scales essentially on the account, so I have a lot of farming to do there. Gligar needs to be evolved into a Glistor. I do have the Razor Fang needed to evolve it. It needs to be leveled up at nighttime with the Razor Fang equipped, I believe. Yep. At nighttime specifically in game. And then it needs to be level 50. So I'm going to go ahead and get it up to level 49, I think. You can go ahead and put the Tentacruel away. I don't need to XP train anymore. We're done EV training. And then I'll just slowly start grabbing Pokemon out of my boxes to XP train, which I have a lot of mons that I've needed to XP train for quite a while. That Litwick is definitely one of the first ones up on my list. I want to be able to do the Pumpkin Boss when the Halloween event comes around. All right, the Gligar is done being EV trained and XP trained. I do have, he's one battle away from being level 50, and as soon as I level him up at nighttime, he'll evolve into Glistor. So we'll have that done. I'm going to pop him over here to finish him up later when it's nighttime in game. And for now, I'm going to grab this Litwick, and this is fully EV trained. I'm going to go XP train this up, make this into a nice Chandelure, a really good PvM Pokemon, a really decent, honestly, like, this is a really decent PvP Pokemon. You generally would want like Timid on something like this for PvP, but it'll work. It'll be decent. It'll be usable, and an amazing required raid Pokemon. Or, sorry, not raid. For the Pumpkin boss fight. The Pumpkin, there's raids. There's also the Pumpkin boss fight with the Halloween event. So getting a Chandelure, Typhlosion, and Kroot for that is crucial. All right, fellas, good morning. It is another beautiful day on the Iron Man account. I need to quickly go buy some Pokeballs because there is a catch event that is about to begin in about 6 minutes, okay? It is a Torkoal and Koffing and Slugma and Machop catch event. Quick Ball and Nest Balls catch most of these Pokemon. I need to super stuck up on Nest Balls. If you asked me, hey, Petrowski, when starting your Iron Man account, what's going to be the most used Pokeball on the account? If you would have told me Nest Balls for catch events, I would have called you. I would have never believed you. Like, that's insane. Nest Balls are crucial, dude. I'm gonna go ahead and get 92 of these, make it 100 or so. That's perfectly puts me at 1 mil. I'm gonna leave it there. I'm gonna leave it there. This works out too nicely. I'm gonna leave it there. I'm gonna be using some Nest Balls, possibly see Troops during game, possibly some Quick Balls. I have my bold synchronized Pokemon, which is relevant for this event, but it's only level 24. I need to spend some more time at some point EXP training all my synchronized Pokemon to actually get them higher level to be properly usable. I'm going to head back over to Hoenn, over to Fiery Path, and get ready for this event. Alrighty, fellas, the catch event begins in about 4 seconds. 3, 2, 1. It is time for... I probably should have prepped this a little bit better. Time for our first catch. The catch event has officially begun. Good luck to everyone participating. Nest Balls and Quick Balls should both be phenomenal. Nest Balls might be like 94% catch rate on some of these mons, but it should be good enough. Hopefully, let's go ahead and jump into it. There is our very first Koffing, our very first catch. Does have a +5 species bonus. Not a great catch for the event, but 31 Spadef, 30 HP. This will be an amazing Weezing breeder on the Iron Man account. I will happily take that catch. Let's jump into 59 minutes of catch event. Unfortunately for this event, I will say Torkoal I think is just not worth catching. There's no species bonus. It's +0, and it's only a 58% catch rate with Quick Ball. So you have to like switch in your catching mon. Free Smoke Ball, take it, hell yeah. To actually go for it. I think I'm just going to run from Torkoals, which sucks because Torkoal is like, it would be great to catch it. It's a pretty common spawn here. And it would be great to catch Torkoals for the Pokedex. Or not for the Pokedex, for like a good mon. Like Torkoal is a really relevant raid Pokemon. Obviously, we have them for our Dream Run team, PvP Pokemon, a Sunsetter like that, right? Having a good IV Torkoal would be relevant, but unfortunately, I don't think I can waste the time during the event itself. Yo, good luck to you, Lolo Burgo. When was this caught? Yup, this is in the catch event. This was like 4 minutes ago. Dude, good luck. This is a bold. This is a 173. This might be first place. This might be first place. Good luck to you. Congrats on the catch. Worst case scenario, it's got to be like second place. We're like, worst case, there's no way it's third. That's probably first or second place. Good luck to you, dude. That's insane. All right, I think this is going to end up being the last catch of the event. That is the catch event done with here in like about 30 more seconds. If you're still playing, go ahead and look on the last catch, but I'm going to go ahead and call it, boys. Don't think I got anything worth submitting, but it's time to do a little bit of box sorting, clean things up, delete some Pokemon, and move over any good IVs to other areas. I was able to catch around 42 or so Pokemon in that catch event, with my lowest score being around a 47, and then my highest catch being around a 136. That's about average what you would expect from a catch event. That's what you're going to get most of the time. Super happy with that. Got a few free smoke balls, and I'm going to go ahead and sort by 1x31s and see how many we end up there. All right, unfortunately, at least 30 of these bad boys are going to go ahead and get released, so rest in peace to these fellow Pokemon. Sorry about that. That's the way it's got to go down. So see you later, mate, on those. These guys have 31 IVs, but I am so limited on PC space. I have to do something a little funny. I'm going to go ahead and rename this box to my release box for cleaning, and then I'm going to name this box more 1x31 Pokemon. I hate that I got to do this, but I just have way too many. I'm going to have to do some breeding here very, very soon, but I need more Pokeyen decently badly to breed, so we'll have to clean up our boxes a fair bit. But for now, like, too many of these are bleeding over. I'm going to move these over here so we can have this properly sorted out. These could be combined into one box at one point as well. These will now get moved over to the new 1x31 box. And from there, we should have a lot cleaner boxes. These need to get bred. I'm going to go ahead and just go breed these right now. The reason why, they are just two different Chaos Egg Group Pokemon with every stat you need, I believe. Let's see. Pretty much every stat you need in most stats, except for, like, this one's missing HP. We can brace that. This one's missing Spadef. There's also speed. We could breed these together, just a male and a female Slugma, clean up the boxes, and get a really good breeder in the future. So let's go ahead and just take care of that now while we're doing this. Okay, as soon as I use a Leaf Stone on one of my Executes to get Executor in my Pokedex, I could go ahead and release all these random little shitty Executes that I have. So I'm going to go ahead and just do this. This is fully for the Pokedex entry. You can go buy Leaf Stones and other stones from certain shopping malls and Pokemarts. So I'm basically just paying 5,000 Poke-Yen for a Pokedex entry, which you'll happily take. It'll put me up to 220 caught OT, a little over 33%. I'm going to just not learn all these and release this bad boy in a sec. Sorry, man. All right, we have catch event results. Let's go ahead and check. I almost missed it, boys. Sorry about that. We got it, though. Let's go see drum rolls. Drum rolls. Where's third place? Fourth place, excuse me. Fourth place. In fourth place with 19 points. Pretty normal fourth place score. Congratulations. Ninnetales, congratulations. Congrats. A very solid fourth place win. And then in third place, I saw you say this in chat and I couldn't believe it. With the 173 Koffing, you got third place? I am so sorry if I misled you or baited you or led you astray in any way. I can't believe that. That's in 173? Holy shit. Dude, I know that the species bonus and Ditto have changed a little bit for catch events, but like +5 for highest nature and +5 for highest species is pretty normal for catch events. We're still seeing insanely higher scores. Someone said recently that they feel like me promoting the Iron Man account had increased the amount of people doing catch events by a lot. They just anecdotally had seen that and saw that and felt that way. And I was like, you know, I hope that's the case. That honestly would be awesome. Catch events are amazing. And it looks like, dude, scores are rising. Like, that's 173 third place is crazy. This is a first place in most events. Second place, like, in some tight events. And then for second place to be 3 points higher. Holy shit. Let me get my money is a great name. 176 was second. First place. Oh my God. First place. Nice username. 179. Holy crap, man. 173, 176, 179. First through third place. That's congrats to all the winners. What a competitive catch event. I'm really just impressed and shocked. Things are getting more intense. I used to always say, is so good. I used to always say that, like, the average fourth place is around 18 to 20. The average third place is like 168. The average second place is 170. And then average first place is like 172. The numbers might be changing because that's, wow. Yeah, you caught a 170 and missed third. I'm so sorry. That's crazy. It's a different era, man. A different era of catch events is upon us. All right, after doing a ton of box sorting, probably about 20 or 30 minutes, we can go ahead and release all of these Pokemon. Almost 60 more Pokemon being released. See you later, mate. Rest in peace. And now we have so much more. We might be able to get down to like almost one box. We're pretty close. Oh, that's pretty good. That's 1.5 boxes is all we have. Ideally, in the in-game, I want like 2 boxes max of Pokemon here. 1.5 might be ideal for catch event space to go here. Beautiful. We just cleaned up so much box space. We have 3 extra boxes now. It's so nice. Okay. Oof. Good summer cleaning on the Iron Man. I'm going to go breed these Slugmas like I said I was going to go do, but haven't been able to go do yet. We're going to go do that really quick and do a little bit more breeding just for fun because I kind of feel like up to it. Let's do a little bit of breeding over in Hoenn really quick after that catch event. And then we'll get back to EXP training that Litwick whenever we have a sec. All right, just doing this Slugma breed to go ahead and quickly make a nice little Chaos Egg Group breeder, making it male so it can actually breed these stats onto a good Pokemon. It's got 27 HP, 25 plus defense, attack, def, and then it just needs to medium roll. As long as we medium roll the speed here, I'll be happy. If we low roll, that'd be unfortunate. A good nature roll would be amazing, but that would be lucky. So let's just go ahead and get that going. I'm going to get a few more breeds going while we're here. It's always good to clear up box space whenever you can and get a bunch of breeds going whenever you're doing it all at once, you know. Good to switch up the activities. Or we ended up with this Slugma, which is quiet in nature, which isn't terrible, but definitely not ideal. This will be a nice little breeder thrown over in the noted / over here category. I have a new breed to go ahead and work on, this Heracross breed that I've been planning out in my boxes. This is going to give me a decent Heracross. It needs to either high roll speed. The reality is we'll probably just have to breed it again. I'm going to make it female for sure. It's going to give me a 20 plus high HP stat, 20 plus attack, 28 defense, high defenses, low speed most likely. Adamant Heracross. We are Everstoning this breed. Heracross is a relevant PvP Pokemon, a pretty relevant raid Pokemon, a good fighting type option. It's a little slower than you would want, but with Tailwind and a decent speed stat, it'll make up for a lot of the time. One more breed by giving it 31 speed will make this a perfect PvM Pokemon. All right, then next up, this little Vulpix breed with hidden ability access. This is a Drought Vulpix, one of the most powerful Pokemon in Pokemon for setting up weather. You need Drought Ninetales for raids, for PvP at times. This should give me a nice beginning part to a breed where I'll have 31's attack, 20 plus in defenses. I still need to get the speed and HP and nature worked out. It'll be a really nice start cheap to a breed though. Start to a cheap breed. Dude, what's driving me crazy on the Ironman is I feel like I catch so many Pokemon and I feel like I keep so many Pokemon as breeders. I literally have 4 boxes of breeders right now. And if I go check, oh, how many male Water A 31 Spatak Pokemon do I have? 1 times 31 Pokemon, by the way. I have 2 of them. That's it. And both of them are 2 times 31s and don't have the nature that I need and like are super awkward. It's crazy how many Pokemon you need to catch to actually have a relevant breeder. The Slowpoke's a good breeder though? No, it isn't, because you'd rather use it. It's adamant with 31 attack in the Water A egg group. You'd rather use this as a great Dragonite breeder, not for this breed for my Drizzle Politoed, right? I'm looking for a Drizzle special attacking Politoed breeder. It's crazy. You can just never have enough good IV Pokemon on the Iron Man, dude. It's really hard. It's been tougher than I even expected it to be. It's been really difficult. All right, we're now going to do a breed with this Mienfoo and this Spinda. Mienshao, a really good PvP mon and one of the best raid Pokemon on fighting teams, which is like the second most used. First most used raid team is Sun teams. Second most used is fighting. Fighting is especially important for the upcoming Halloween event with the possible Darkrai raid return. I think they confirmed that it would return last year, but just to double check. So Mienfoo, we're going to go ahead and go to this breed. Throw an attack. This should be good. If we get the like high roll on the speed, it would be super lucky. We need nature though as well. Make it female so we can rebreed. We did get a hatch on our Heracross, which we did. We low rolled the speed. That sucks. That's okay. I think we were expecting to rebreed this if I'm not mistaken. And then the Vulpix came out gentle. Okay, let's go keep working on these breeds as well. We're not done on anything yet, but we're making good progress. Okay, I think that these 2 Wurmples and this Dwebble are going to be crucial to making a breeder for my Heracross. I think it's the only way to do this. So what I need to do is get a 31 speed brace for this Dwebble to make sure we can carry that up the breed and get a good speed on this Heracross. I'm going to end up making a pretty good Heracross here. I think I need to do a lot. I need to work a lot more on making breeders for my breeders, if that makes sense. I have a bunch of like Pokemon with one thing, but I need a bunch of Pokemon with like 2 or 3 things to finish breeds. And it's really, really hard to finish breeds right now. Really hard on this account. So I'm just going to take this Dwebble, brace the speed, and then take this Wurmple and brace something. Probably the defense. Yeah, it's expensive and it kind of sucks, but we still end up, we brace the defense on the Wurmple, carry that over, and then we hope the HP should medium roll, and the Spadef should be good. An attack high roll would be really lucky. We can't really hope for that. Maybe I actually brace the attack. The attack is more important. I can deal with a Heracross with low defense, kind of. I'd like it to be good if I'm doing this many breeds. What's the next Wurmple, actually? There's so many things to factor in. The next Wurmple has 25 attack, 21 defense. I'm going to brace the defense then. Yes. And then if I need to brace the attack, I'll brace it on the next Wurmple. So we'll do this. Okay. Get this breed going. This needs to come out female. That's very important. Has to be female. So it can breed with the next Wurmple. And then ideally this, we might have enough here for a complete Heracross breed. Next we need to find a pair for our Vulpix, and our Mienfoo is still hatching. Right now we do have a breeder for our Vulpix. Let's see what this looks like. This should give it 31 Spatak, 31 speed, 26 Spadef, high defense. We might need to rebreed for HP and nature, but the Vulpix breed is going great. Nice, slow, and steady. We'll take that, get that going. And then next up we have our Mienfoo, which did hatch. Came out quiet. We'll have to rebreed it, of course. Defense needs some assistance. Okay. Let's see what we can find for this Mienfoo. It is, I believe, humanoid and maybe field? Humanoid and field. Okay. Okay, planning a breeder for this Mienfoo is proving much harder than I expected, unfortunately. I'm gonna have to put it on hold for a quick sec. I'm looking for stuff. I have this Raticate that I want to turn it into a breeder, but then I don't have the proper stats and the proper mons, and becoming a whole thing. So let's just check. We have our Heracross. What were we working on last? Was I waiting for my Heracross to hatch? No, my Heracross is good. Waiting for the Dwebble. We're waiting for the Dwebble to hatch. Yes. To become a good breeder. That's what we were doing. Or our Heracross. And our Heracross has nature. Has attack. We need to... Gotcha. Okay, so we low rolled attack, I think. We need to take this Wurmple. Speed brace, attack brace. Speed brace on Dwebble. Attack brace. There's so many things to keep track of and manage when doing breeds like this. This should come out amazing, though. This Heracross is going to end up being very, very, very good. Which I'm very excited for. 25 plus attack, 20 plus... Beautiful. Okay, we ended up making a perfect breeder for our Heracross. Very, very happy with that. We'll be able to Everstone the... I'm going to put the Everstone on so I don't forget. Everstone the Heracross. Speed brace the Dwebble. Beautiful. This will be a fantastic Heracross. Amazing for upcoming raids. Good in PvP. Exactly what you want, dude. Every breed is really difficult. It's really hard. It's frustrating. It's complicated. It's like keeping track of everything is difficult. But once you complete it, once you like, it's so... I'm so excited. Like getting this one UT Heracross feels so good, you know? Yeah, it's cool having to work for it. Like every single UT that I create, I'm so excited. I can't wait. I like can't wait to EV train and XP train, which is so fun. Like what an insane position to be in. I'm like excited to grind because getting to even being able to grind, getting to the point where you can grind is so nice, man. All right, here's the final breed for this Heracross. I'm so excited for this. Like 20 to 25 plus attack, HP, defenses, 31 speed, adamant nature. This is going to, we don't care about gender right now. Luxury ball this bad boy. It's funny, like, it's so hard to breed good comps, good raid mons. I'm going to try to luxury ball, like, all of them. Because it's that, like, they're all a luxury. They're all difficult. They're all rare. When people ask, like, Petrowski, why are you still using... I get questions. Why are you still using the beginner Jimmy Run team? Why are you still doing that, blah, blah, blah. Because it's so hard to create the other things. And you can only do so much at a time. I play the Iron Man, like, 10 hours a day on average, 14 hours a day during the Streamathon. And people are still like, why haven't you done this? And... it just takes time. It takes so much longer. And to be fair, to give people credit, I'm even impressed at how long this stuff takes. I underestimated how grindy this account would be. So if I did that, you know, it makes sense. We'd see that at other places. The Vulpix came out beautifully. 2 times 31, 20 plus defenses, naive nature. I might actually be able to... I wonder if naive works. I might be able to keep that. I'll have to check a few things. I kind of doubt it. I think I prefer a plus damage, but we'll see. All right, I'm trying to make a breeder for this Mienfoo. The best thing I found so far is this Spinda and this Raticate. This might be the way that I have to do it. I had to look for a Mon with like 14 and plus 15 plus defense. I have to hope the defense at least medium rolls. If this hits the 25% in low passes, that's going to suck so much. But we gotta risk it. Wait, can we even risk that actually? Because we have to. Oh no, defense is like the stat that matters the most. On the we can't. I'm sorry, we can't even do that. I lied. We can't even do this breed because the defense will come out. We can't do this. I need the defense to be 24 plus to medium roll into this Mienfoo. I can't. I'm not risking a double. I'd have to risk medium roll into high roll. I can't do that. That's a failed breed. We have to try again. All right, I'm doing a little bit too much breeding and it's starting to melt my brain, so I've got to stop soon. Let's finish up what we have. I'm going to make this 20 plus HP, 31 defense. This looks so scrappy. Hope that this special defense medium rolls, but if it doesn't, it's mostly okay. This will be out of... yeah, this will be... it looks so scrappy right now, but trust me, this should be a decent breeder for my Mienfoo. We're going to be rolling the defense. I'm happy to spend the 10k to brace the defense to hopefully make it higher. Our Heracross should be done. Dude, our Heracross, we high rolled the attack. That matters. We had a 22 to 25 roll. You want as much a damage here as obviously as possible. That is the best thing that could have high rolled. This Heracross is gorgeous, dude. Hell yes. Okay, that's going to go over in our UT box. Gorgeous. Next up, we still need to find another breeder for this Vulpix. We'll do that while this egg is hatching. Okay, I think this is super worth it. It's scary because this Spinda breeder is so good. It's really scary to waste it. But I think this is the time. This is the situation for things for this. It's supposed to be for this kind of thing. Okay. I have my Vulpix. Let's go see. It's going to have to randomly roll the HP. I think if the HP... it could go high SPDF as well. If the HP has to high roll... It doesn't really have to, though. The beauty is... I don't need my Ninnetales to be that tanky. It would be nice... But I think this is fine. I'm going to make it female just so that in the future, if I want to rebreed this, I can. But like, this is modest nature. 31 attack, 31 speed. This is pretty much all I'm going to need for raids. I think this is done. I'm going to click the breed button. I'm losing the alpha. That's fine. This is pretty much all I need. This will end up being a beautiful raid Pokemon. So we've completed 2 different raid mons today. We might complete a third right now. Do we lucky roll the defense here? What do we need to roll on this? Do we need to roll on this? Did we lucky roll the defense? No, we braced that, right? I think this just came out fine. What we need to do now is get a attack brace for this. We bred like 3 or 4 different raid Pokemon today. I'll have to go double check my boxes, but this was a very successful breeding session. This should come out 31 attack. The defense is going to roll. Adamant nature, very important. U-turn, okay. The defense, I'm hoping it at least medium rolls. If it low rolls, that sucks, but what are you going to do? We could also, it's similar to the Vulpix. Even if this low rolls, we can still use it. It's still usable. Female, 31 attack. The low speed is a little unfortunate, but I think it should be fine. 21, 22 speed with Tailwind and stuff. This should be a great raid mon. Let's get that going. Okay. Let's go check our boxes. We have 2 raid Pokemon coming out of these eggs. Most likely. We have the Heracross. Yeah, we bred like 3 different amazing raid mons today. That's very, 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 very good progress. All right, I have it set up so I can do like 3 or 4 different things all in one little go, which will be cute, okay? I need to check both my Vulpix and my Mienfoo to see how their stats rolled. I then need to evolve my Lampent and then go level up and evolve my Gliscor. Let's first check the Vulpix. I need high HP. Oh my god! What? We rolled the HP. Wait, what? Can you high roll multiple stats? Wait, what? I high rolled the HP and then also high rolled the 31s, but I didn't know you. I thought that you could only high roll 1 stat and then medium roll and then. Oh my goodness! I high rolled the 31 SPDF and then also the HP. I thought you had to. Oh my goodness! This is so lucky. Well, thank you, fucking Arceus, bro. The PokeMMO gods. That is gorgeous. Beautiful Ninnetales. Okay, Mienfoo, I needed to at least medium roll the defense. I'll take it. I will take it. That's, yes. We hit both the things we need. Dude, both the RNG things. Oh my goodness. Okay, now I'm getting distracted. I can't believe how good that Ninnetales came out. That is just ridiculous. Holy shit, man. That is crazy. Okay. Wow. Okay. Now we evolve our Lampent into Chandelure, and we'll have to we still need to level us up at least level 80 or so. I'd like to get it to level 100. Having a level 100 Chandelure is very relevant. It'll also be my flame body Pokemon in the future for whenever I'm want to like shiny hunt and hatch eggs or do multiple things. That'll be relevant in the future as well. All right, since it is nighttime, we can go ahead and kill this Tentacruel, and that will level up my Gligar, get it to level 50, and then also turn it into, evolve it into a Gliscor, completing my competitive Gliscor. I do need to go ahead and get rid of, don't want Swords Dance on this. I do need to get rid of Acrobatics. I need to moveset it a little bit differently. I think I'll end up giving this like Toxic or something like that. But now, so I'm very close to a fully moveset Gliscor. I'll have to see what other PvP players run on this thing to be 100% sure. I don't know the perfect moveset for this. Special defensive, perfect competitive Gliscor with the Toxic Orb to back it up. The Glorp comp is officially done. Okay, dude, my setup has upgraded so much when it comes to EV training. I get to now go attack EV train with, I can EV train 4 Pokemon at once. I'm going to be EV training my shiny Event 1 Corsola, my future PvM raid and Pumpkin boss Crocodile, my future raid Mienshao, and then my future raid and PvP Heracross. I gotta go attack, EV train all these Pokemon at once. I'm gonna go over to Kanto and go to Nidorino. I have Fly on my Moltres. Also have Fly Ocarina. I kind of forgot about that. I kind of forgot I have Fly Ocarina, but I'm gonna go. I have Fly on my Moltres and my Ocarina. I'm gonna head down here. I have Sweet Scent on my Smeargle. Wait a minute. Wait. I just realized if I spent the time, I have a Pikachu that I could train. I have this Pikachu. If I spent the time to go XP train, I could do that in the future. In the future, I could actually EV train 5 Pokemon at once if I train this Pikachu up properly. I think I want to go ahead and just do this right now. We'll get to hyper efficiency later. I want to get this done with, but it's a good option. That Pikachu is going to need, with the Fly Ocarina, the Pikachu is going to need Sweet Scent, Discharge, Surf, and then it should be good. It can even get Fly itself, but that'll be good for the future. But for now, I'm gonna use my Moltres to hopefully get a small chance at more elemental orbs. So let's just go ahead and get started. This is where I'm gonna attack EV Train. I'll see you guys when it's time to speed EV Train. So here's the move Assurance on my Crocodile. This is actually super relevant because this is what you use against the Pumpkin boss. If this is a normal situation, it's very easy for me to just skip over that move and not learn it, but you really need Assurance on Crocodiles for the upcoming Pumpkin fight. Okay, there is an Alpha Foretress over in Berry Forest right now, but I can't access it because I don't have this part of the Islands quest done. I didn't know that was possible. I have access to Cerulean Cave, so I have like the later part of the Islands quest done and the first part. I've done both of the gems, but I haven't saved the girl from Hypno, I think, sadly. So we have to beat up these Biter Goons and get over to this Alpha Fortress here in a quick sec. All right, and in typical Iron Man luck, I caught it after it went indignant. Whew, there's the Alpha Fortress achieved. We're looking for any defense stats, 31 HP, defense, special defense. I'll take that. That works. That's perfect, sure. Could be a breeder, could be used as a fortress. Fortress and Pineco are just pretty rare mons. Honestly, I'm just happy to get that in the Pokedex, to be totally honest. That is a good Pokedex addition. Let's grab this while we're here. All right, I am finally destroying this Hypno that is messing with this girl. So we're going to go ahead and get this little storyline quirk taken care of in Kanto. All right, finally done attack EV training. I'm going to head over to Linoon and Hoenn and do my speed EVing there. All right, here's my Sandile evolving into Krokorok. I think I already have it in the Pokedex. We don't have Crocodile yet in the Pokedex, so when this evolves at level 40, that'll be a new Pokedex entry as well, which is nice. Oh, shit, this is huge news. Yo, shout out to Park, and thank you so much. Shiny Wars just increased the total number of teams allowed. That's insane, from 100 to 150. Not only has PokeMMO grown so much over the past 1 year, but Shiny Wars has grown. This is crazy. Last year, for the first ever annual Shiny Wars, there was only 50 teams, correct? 50 teams allowed. This year, they doubled it to 100, and now they're tripling it to 150. That's really, really exciting. Yeah, last year was, the first year was 55. Yeah, that's, wow. Dude, that's... It goes to show how popular shiny hunting has gotten in Pokemon and how far we've come. I always say, like, back in 2013, people literally laughed at me for saying that I was shiny hunting back in 2013 because all you would do is run back and forth single encounters. It was not seen as a legitimate playstyle in the game. And here we are where it's probably the most popular playstyle in the game. That's insane. It's 150 people, 30 people per team. That is 4,500 people. Holy shit. In Shiny Wars. Like in a, you know, wow. In a shiny hunting event, sure, but like Shiny Wars is like the cream of the crop, the Super Bowl. Like this is intense, man. That is amazing. Beautiful to see and really positive news, dude. Hell yeah. All right, this should be the final horde for speed. Yep, that is speed EV training done. I need to XP train 3 out of 4 of these Pokemon. However, it's now 4 p.m. I can go do my gym rerun. I had to do a really late gym rerun yesterday. I'm going to go do my gym rerun really quick and get some nice Pokemon. We're starting at 813,000. We got to make up for all the Pokemon we spent today doing our breeding. All right, that is the gym rerun done with. Up to 1,036,000 Pokemon. Our Breloom was level 92 when we started. Now up to 95. Our Breloom is getting close to max level. I could legitimately go like farm Dittos now. Like I think I might do that very soon. I could go farm a ton of Dittos with my new Breloom build using sub ball swipe sports. Obviously not the most efficient thing in the world, but it's better than having to like save the BP for a safety goggles. Maybe at some point we'll do that, because I actually do have some more BP farming strats now. For now, I think it'd be perfect. It's only 36 minutes left in the Streamathon. I'm gonna try to go back to Kanto. I was super unlucky last month. Did about 13,000 encounters for Articuno and/or Raikou. Didn't get either of them. I'm gonna head back to Kanto, do some single encountering, and try to get a Zapdos and just try to get lucky and see what happens. That'd be a great way to end. That'd be a poetic way to end the Streamathon when I spent so many hours of the Streamathon going for Articuno. 5 seconds, fellas. It's time for the countdown. 2 seconds. 1 second. It's over. No, that's it. Time. It's done. Like 30. Okay, we did 28 hours. 29 hours, excuse me. 29 plus 9, around 10 hours. We streamed for around 39, 38-ish, 38 to 39 hours over the past 3 days. Over 10 hours a day, easily cleared it. It's been a journey. It's been fun. It's been beautiful. It's been hard. It's been detrimental. It's been sad. It's been depressing at times. No Articuno. Like 14,000 encounters dry. It's my last legendary. Nothing yet, right? It's been inspiring. It's been fun. We've yapped. We've talked. Movies, food, discussion. We've solved all the problems in the world. World hunger, you know. We solved everything, right? I forgot how to say words for the most part. We've prepped for Shiny War. We've seen the people prepping for Shiny War. It's been a blast. And I thank you guys so much. I always want to encourage doing what you love for a lot of hours. Never let anybody shame you out of. There's nothing wrong with playing games or doing things you enjoy for a lot of hours, as long as you are doing it somewhat healthily. Take care of yourself, get those showers in, eat healthily-ish, exercise, make sure you're getting your job done, your work done, school work done, whatever it is. Take care of yourself. But if you want to, it makes you happy and it promotes you in a positive direction long-term. Play PokeMMO. Shiny Hunt, King. There's nothing wrong with that. Don't let someone make you feel bad for spending your time in the way that you enjoy, because at the end of the day, most of our time spent on Earth is just to have fun, enjoy ourselves, and leave a positive impact. And sometimes we overthink that. So I leave you guys with this. I leave you guys with a thank you for all of your support. This Streamathon couldn't have been what it was without all of you. I cannot believe how far PokeMMO has come within 4 years to where we're doing a fucking 40-hour Streamathon. It's great. Like, this game was so niche and on the brink of something like 4 years ago, and now it's just skyrocketing to the moon. It's never been more exciting. The second annual Shiny Wars is starting. I could just rant and rave about how much has changed and how positive in a direction it's headed and going so fast, and I can't wait for it all. I'll see you guys in 4 more years in the PokeMMO community. Thank you so much for watching. Like the video if you enjoyed it. Dislike if not. Subscribe to the channel for daily PokeMMO content. Follow me on Twitch for streams Monday through Thursday at 12 p.m. ET. I'll probably be taking a break until next Monday. I'm going to be so honest. I love you all very much, okay? Discord's down below if you're interested in that. If you want to go above and beyond and support the content, allow me to do streams like this, YouTube memberships, Twitch Primes, Twitch subs, PayPal, Venmo donations, and HelloFresh. First, link is 50% off your first order for some awesome food, and you support the stream. It's a win-win. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you after a long rest. Have a great day. And I want to leave you guys with something special, something that I think encapsulates a lot of what I believe and what I push and love so much. So for now, I will see you guys later. Have a good one. Peace, Reno.
Man, shout out to anyone who has a hobby that they care about. Yeah. Even if it doesn't make any money. As long as it makes them happy and
nah, they're broke.
Bro, it's just a game.
Dork.
Dork. Shiny Hunt with all these people, man, I don't even know their names. I try to buy the shinies in the wrist, but I know I don't need those things. Yeah, you do. I just want to play with my friends. I just want to shiny hunt with my friends. I just want to play with my friends. I just want to shiny hunt with my friends. They say I'm wasting time. 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 They say I'm wasting time.
Yo, what's up? Me again, Petrowski here, and the Streamathon is officially over. Thankfully, because I need to rest my voice. It's probably been pretty rough through some of these sections, so I appreciate you guys' patience and understanding throughout that. Now, I was doing the stream recap, doing my timestamps and thumbnails, doing a little bit of video work as you do, the casual little desk work, and I noticed I didn't give you guys my ending hours. I thought that would be an interesting number. You see, I started this Streamathon at 369 hours played on the account. I also started at 2,700 encounters, and now I'm up to 9,445. Not as many as I expected, but I did very, very little hoarding throughout this, so it also makes sense. Almost all of this was single encountering. I took so many breaks. It's crazy how drawn my attention is on the Ironman account. So many Jimmy runs, so many alpha catches, so many swarms. You're constantly drawn all over the place to play efficiently on the Ironman, which is part of the fun, part of the enjoyment, since on a main account you can sit in the same spot for so many months. But let's just go ahead and stop stalling. Let's check the hours played. 369 was the start. We ended with 408, over the 400 hour mark on the account. That is really exciting. From 369 hours played to 408 now within 3 days, really 2.5 days to some extent. I'm very happy with that. I think the Streamathon was a massive success, probably too much of a success, where I don't know if I'll be able to do this every single month. I've been doing this every single month, mostly since the beginning of 2025, and it might be time to retire that. But for now, let's just go ahead and jump back into the Ironman account, maybe after a day or two of a break, huh? Alrighty, good morning. What is up? It is 2 days after the end of the Streamathon, and we are so back, jumping back into the Ironman account at that 409 hours played. Everything left off just how I left it. I'm going to go ahead and just slowly get back into things by popping an amulet coin, getting some nice Pokeyen, getting my Jimmy run done. I am actually XP training my Pikachu today. I really do want to get this Pikachu up to level 100, or at least higher level, so I can use it to EV train and XP train Pokemon. This thing will have Discharge and Surf and Sweet Scent, and then I could do like Fly or something else on it as well. Pikachu's move pool is pretty funny. It's always kind of crazy to think about what it can learn, and I think Pikachu is one of the best like EV training, XP training utility Pokemon in Pokemon. The fact that it can learn Sweet Scent and Fly on the same Pokemon allows you to EV train more Pokemon in one party than a lot of other things could. The fact that I now have the Fly Ocarina makes it a lot easier, but even the fact that this gets Sweet Scent and Stab, Discharge, and other like Surf, like AoE moves, it's going to allow me to EV train up to 5 Pokemon at once, especially with the XP Reamplifier. So Pikachu is really going to help me take advantage of that item, which we put so much effort into at the start of the series. All right, I am in the middle of a rich training run because I had some extra time at the end of my run, but I think that might have been actually the best Jimmy run I've had so far. I started at 1,036,000 Pokeyen, and now I ended with 1,304,000. So if we do the 304,000, we'll do 304 minus 36, we end up with 268. 268,000 Pokeyen is what I was able to gain in that 1 hour. Very happy with that. I think that's the best gym run we've done so far off stream. And I just skipped every single gym that could cause problems. Not having to have Moltres in the back is honestly really nice as well, because it allows me to have a Garchomp. So not relying on a fly Pokemon in the back allows me to have a better cleanup Pokemon in certain instances of Flash Fire Mons or if something goes wrong. And that puts me at 410 hours played and up to a little bit over 1.3 million Pokeyen now. And now it's time to figure out, what do I want to do today? I want to do something a little more active at first, then maybe move on to something a little bit grindier. A really important thing when asking yourself what goals do you want to do in your PokeMMO day is, how are you feeling? What do you want to do? Are you in a grindy mood? Personally, today I want to use my brain a little bit more, at least for a little bit, and then move on to something grindier after sort of setting up and using my brain for that first part. This could include something like breeding up some more competitive Pokemon, and then later on EV training, XP training. This could include something like learning hard scale farming and then going and doing it long term. There's many different options, and constantly looking over your goals list is super important. I will say I cannot believe that I told myself that I was going to do the Sinnoh storyline in this episode / this week. I've played 40 hours of Pokemon already this week just with the Streamathon. I can't believe I thought I was going to follow that up with a nice 16 hours across 2 days or so, 8 hours a day, usually 10 or 12, doing the Sinnoh storyline. I can't believe that is not going to happen this episode. Based on how I feel right now, it could change, but I doubt it. I know I don't always show my goals list like this in the middle of the episode, because honestly, I like to keep it a secret how many goals I've done so far, but maybe showing it a little bit now and again wouldn't be so bad. I think today might be the perfect day to slowly work towards my Pokedex completion. Now that I have Johto done and I plan to do Sinnoh soon, I should actually be able to complete my Pokedex and get all of the rewards from it. I've said it a million times, there are so many rewards you get for completing your Pokedex on an Iron Man account or on a main account at all. It's ridiculous. PokeMMO is such a game that is built around rewarding you for completing the Pokedex, which feels amazing. I have these 2 rows of Pokemon here that I specifically put over here because I need to do something with them first, and then after I do something with them, I can release them and not have to deal with them anymore. So for example, this Voltorb needs to be XP trained up to level 30, and then after that, I can go ahead and kick it to the curb, release it, get Electro to my Pokedex, and it's done. So we get to clean our box spaces and add to our Pokedex at the same time. I'm starting this little mission off with 223 COD OTs. Let's just go ahead and jump into it. This seems like the perfect thing to do on a chill Friday. Man, I was really hyped there for a quick sec. I actually saw this alpha spawn on my Discord, and I was like, wow, an alpha Pelipper. That would be amazing. You know, you don't need alpha for the hidden ability access to Drizzle. Drizzle's not hidden ability, thankfully. But getting a good 2x31, like, free IV Pelipper would have been amazing. Would have been super good to have some free nice IVs on such a powerful Pokemon. Pelipper and Ninnetales being the 2 most important weather setters in PokeMMO. Politoed as well for certain raids like Heatran. But as you can see, it's in Sinnoh. Dude, that is my fault. It's me being punished for not putting in the effort in it and getting the region done with. And that's, you know, you got to take the good with the bad. It's unfortunate, but that's, you know, I'm reaping what I sowed there for sure. All right, but anyways, back to the work we were actually doing. Once again, starting my Pokedex here with 223 COD OT, and we are going to be XP training 4 different Pokemon to evolve them to get them in the Pokedex. Ambipom from Apom, you have to actually level him up with double hit as a move. Thankfully, we do have double hit on this mon, caught in the Safari Zone. This Ducklet needs a few more levels, 7 or so. The Ducklet's the hardest one, actually, 8 or so levels. Krabby only needs 1 because it's over leveled. Voltorb only needs 1. A lot of these are actually going to be super quick, except for the Ducklet might take a sec. And even after we evolve the Ducklet, the funny thing is we might still need to actually keep it. I can actually go ahead and put Surf on that, I believe, because I need to get on the water here to actually, yeah, we can do a bunch of different mons, thankfully, to kill the Tentacruels here. The funny thing with something like Swanna, I probably am going to go ahead and release it, but the problem is, if I ever need a good IV Swanna, the question is, what would you need a good IV Swanna for, right? That's the real question. But if I ever need one, it's going to be tremendously difficult to get one, unfortunately. So it might actually be worth to keep this Ducklet and just breed it down or something, like try to breed up a decent one to always have. Those Phenomons, if you ever want a good one in the future, it's going to be a nightmare to re-achieve them. So even though it takes up box space, there's a few mons, things like Audino, like Regenerator Audino is a real thing in PvP. Alomola, you know, there are a few things that have a niche use that I'm definitely going to keep. Swanna historically doesn't really have a PvM or PvP niche, but because it's so difficult to get, I might still breed one up or keep one just in case. That's got to be the Iron Man mental. It's going to be so hard to achieve again. Can't just go buy it off the GTL. Might be worth the box space. All right, and there is level 30 on the Voltorb. Here comes the Electrode Evolution and Pokedex entry. And boom, there we go. That should be 224. And I'm going to go throw him in the PC and release him now, so there's no more wasted XP from the XP Reamplifier being put into him. So boom, boom, PC space cleared, Pokedex upgraded, hell yeah. Quick active progress. All right, thankfully, due to the power of the Tentacruel spot and the XP Reamplifier, these are going way faster than I expected. Our Ambipom also evolved without me realizing. Our Krabby's evolved into Kingler here. We're already up to 226, I believe, with this. Beautiful. Oh, what? Shiny... I missed the... Oh, this was like a rare time where I wasn't recording. I mean, that's okay. I mean, What? Oh my goodness. Battle Frontier Channel 1. What is this account? I missed the shiny noise. I'm so sorry. I wasn't recording. Very rare situation. I wasn't recording. I missed the shiny noise. What? Thankfully, we still have it on. Oh my goodness. What? Okay, I think I just... Okay. I actually do need to be a little bit careful. I think I just start dragon clawing these down. Very high level Pokemon, obviously. Man, what the fuck? I looked away for 2 seconds. I wasn't looking at my screen at all. I was just talking to my wife in the background while doing some XP training for these Pokedex Pokemon. Wow. I looked back and bam, there it was. Dude, this account is insane. 9,484 encounters. Another shiny. I'm scared because this account's gonna go super dry at some point. But I guess that'll be the beauty of it, the fun of it. You know, I still haven't reached 30,000 encounters dry in the account. So a lot of people would be bummed about a shiny tentacruel. I've never had a shiny tentacruel in PokeMMO. I've never had one. This is my first one. I've been playing this game for 12 years. This is one of the most common shinies in the entire game and has been for a very, very long time. I don't have one. It's my first ever one. Oh, that's so cool, man. Hell yeah. I can't believe how quickly I'm developing a quote-unquote shiny collection on the Iron Man. It's really nuts. The fact that I have like 3 shinies on this account already. Or, I'm sorry, I think it's number 4 if you count the Corsola. Wow. This is shiny number 4 if you count the Corsola. That's just settling in. That's crazy. I was just doing some Pokedex farming. Beautiful, beautiful stuff. I might even go do some like catching wild Pokemon at this point. Man, wow, okay. Good luck to Crack Iron, bro. Here, I'll pass over. I've had plenty of luck, Crack Iron. You take it, dude. You're 58k dry. You take all my RNG, dude. I'm good. I'm good on shinies. I've been lucky enough. Hopefully it passes on to you, dude. Holy, dude. I mean, what a wild episode this has been. I know this was like mostly Streamathon, mostly going for Articuno and like failing, but then we did end up doing a bunch of stuff successfully, in my opinion, after that, and getting a bunch of competitive bonds ready. I'm so excited to do PvP. We've really worked towards our raid Pokemon. I'm so excited. Like, our raid prep has gotten so much better in this episode. I can't believe we get another shiny in another episode. Are these also... I think these are back-to-back shinies in episodes. Didn't I get Ponyta in episode 7? That's wild. That's genuinely ridiculous. What turn is this? Should I timer ball here? It's turn 8. I think netball might be better. I'm going to go ahead and go for a netball. Oh, I don't want to hit it down to 1 HP if possible, just in case. I think it probably should be fine, but maybe there's some confusion chance. I don't know. I don't like to hit mons down to 1 HP if I don't need to. Shiny Tentacruel caught, the first ever Shiny Tentacruel for me in PokeMMO, dude. If it has good stats, let's see. Timid Nature could be good. 31 speed, I'll take it. It's not, you know, amazing, but like Timid Nature, 31 speed. This could be a breeder down the road. I don't know if I want to breed into my shinies. If I keep getting this lucky on shinies on my Iron Man account, maybe I will be able to turn some in for Prismatic Pearls. Or, you know, like maybe that's an option, which is insane. So, wow. Thanks for watching. There's a shiny Tentacruel on the Iron Man account. Holy shit. Let's keep slowly work on that Pokedex, I guess. I'm going to go throw that in the box before I forget so I don't accidentally EV train it incorrectly. Poof. All right, the new counter begins. We're 5 encounters deep. I'm going to go ahead and keep leveling up these Pokemon. This Ammonite is 29. It evolves level 40. This Pidgeotto is 28. It evolves level 36. And then this Swanna is, or Ducklet, level 33, evolves level 35. So a little bit of XP training here consistently. And I'll just see you guys when I have something evolved. All right, here is that Ducklet evolution. And we now have ourselves a Swanna, one of the rarer Pheno Pokemon, completed in the Dex. Once again, I'm probably going to keep this one just in case one day, I don't know, it's possible in PokeMMO, one day Swanna will be the perfect counter to a specific raid, and I want to have one in my box just to be able to breed one up if that ever happens. Raids are so specific and so niche in PokeMMO, it's so cool to see mons like that pop up and be the meta, so I'd rather be prepared just in case. There are also a ton of mons like this Weepinbell that I need to use a Leaf Stone on and then go ahead and release. Now, thankfully, things like Leaf Stones and all the Evolution Stones can be bought for pretty cheap, for like 5,000 Pokemon or less from the shopping malls in PokeMMO. So these are probably some of the easier evolutions. I do have to go spend the money on them, obviously, but it's pretty cheap for a free evolution. So I'm going to go ahead and get this Victreebel evolved and then just go release it immediately. Sorry, Victreebel, but also I appreciate your services. I also weirdly grabbed this Lillipup because I need myself a Herdier. I already have a Stoutland, but not the middle evolution. Sometimes that just happens. All right, and here's the Lillipup evolution. All right, here I am mass releasing. It's 3 different Pokemon, but releasing a few different of these Pokemon I leveled for the Pokedex all at once. All right, this is level 36 on the Pidgeotto, so here's the Pidgeot Pokedex entry. Gonna go ahead and release this really quick and just keep leveling up my Ammonite. And then after this, I don't really have anything that I need to XP train right now to work on Pokedex stuff. So I might just stop after that. I'd love to go around and run around and catch some Pokemon, but it might be time to move on to that streamlined grind. All right, that was much quicker than I expected, but here is the Ammonite evolution as well, getting Omastar. This is a gift Pokemon, so I can't even rebreed this, and it's 15 IVs all across with a neutral nature, so this is just getting released. It could be kept for like sort of a sentimental purpose on the account, but unfortunately, sentiment can only go so far. I need the box space. So as much as it hurts, rest in peace, Omastar. But now I want to do some cool, chill grinding. Thankfully, I have tons of different Pokemon to work on. I could keep EXP training my Pikachu a little bit. I think I do want to use this at some point. I need a light ball, though. The problem is I actually need a light ball before this Pikachu can be functional, so I'm just not going to worry about it. It's really going to be efficient when EV training as well, so I don't need to worry about, using it for XP training right now. So I'm just going to use my XP Reamplifier. I'm going to head over to my UT box. I'm going to go ahead and grab something like, let's grab our Halloween Pokemon, right? Our Rock, we have our, I believe, is our Chandelure, level 100. Is it close to it? Level 66. No, we can definitely XP train that. We have a level 100 Typhlosion. Once this and this are level 100, our Pumpkin boss is pretty much done. It's nice to have some backup mons for that fight, but that is pretty much all you need. And then not for the Pumpkin boss, but for similar event reasons for all the different raids, I'm going to work on XP training this Mienfoo into a Mienshao and up to level 100 at some point, at least level 80 for the raid Pokemon. And then I'm going to be leveling this Corsola for fun, because you know what? It'll be cool to have my shiny Corsola be done and fully competitive ready. I can't believe I have 4 different shinies on the account now. Do I have an extra move slot here? Yeah, my Corsola is not fully moveset. I need Surf on this thing. It's funny that I can actually teach this Garchomp Surf. I don't want to teach this Garchomp Surf, maybe a different one, but I'm going to go ahead and put Surf over just Water Gun for this, so I can go ahead and actually access these tentacles. You do need the HM for this little spot. What a weird little sprite that passed across the screen. I wish I could use Moltres for this, but unfortunately they just don't do enough damage, so no way to passively farm for elemental orbs here. And that does remind me, I definitely do need to get back to the dreaded legendary hunt at some point soon. But for now, let's just savor the fact that we don't have to do that. Let's have some fun, level up our event Pokemon, our raid Pokemon, a really exciting part of the account, and make some progress towards that endgame PvM, dude. I will see you guys in a few hours. Might even time my progress for how long this takes, but as a starting point, my Krokorok is level 33, my Chandelure is level 66, my Mienfoo is level 33, and my Corsola is level 34. All right, I just got level 50 on my Corsola, which actually means I'm done leveling that. I do not need that any higher level than that. It's just going to be a PvP Pokemon. I doubt Corsola is going to be needed for certain raids or any sort of PvM, so we can level it later if that's needed at some point, but I'm going to go ahead and throw that away. That is my Corsola essentially done with, which is awesome. So I'm going to go ahead and move on. Let's plop her over actually in this box. I started using my UT box, the bottom part of it, to also be completed comps and completed powerful Pokemon. And then next up, I think I'm going to go ahead and just plop this Dragonair in here. I honestly might just want to go ahead and grab something else. I want this Dragonair, I kind of want this Dragonair to be like my HM friend Dragonite. I still really want an HM friend Dragonite. The problem is this Dragonair is not that good, right? It's calm nature. I took the time to EV train this. I kind of put myself in an awkward situation. I probably just shouldn't have EV trained this, but I had the extra space. Whenever you can EV train more Pokemon you want to. This thing is calm nature, so it's minus attack. And then I EV trained it in attack and speed. What's the use in that? What's the value in that? I think instead, what I'm going to go ahead and go do is grab this Rash Dragonair and just level this thing up to level 100 on Tentacles. It's going to gain a bunch of Spadef EVs, but that's mostly okay. Like, I don't really need 2v2 speed on a utility Pokemon for the most part. And then I'll probably end up EV training the rest in special attack, and then I could use the Surf on an HM Pokemon like this to actually, have the benefits, have the utility. So I think I'm going to go ahead and use that for that purpose. And then also, once I give this Surf, obviously, as you can see, how many TMs can I teach this thing? Dragonite can learn like every TM. He's my favorite HM friend Pokemon. Once I actually, I'm going to teach this thing Surf so I can actually train at the Tentacles. And then on top, I need to heal, actually, looking for my Sweet Sense. Oops. But as soon as I get one level on this thing, it'll evolve into Dragonite. I'll be able to have that actually, well, as I already have my Pokedex, oopsie. So, I'll have it as an HM friend Pokemon. So once this evolves here in a quick sec, we'll be set on a solid HM Pokemon for a long time. Kind of crazy. I've been using my Wingull for Surf and Fly for the longest time. It's like level 23 or so. So I haven't had a proper HM Pokemon this entire account journey. 12 hours. Kind of crazy. I usually get an HM Pokemon pretty early on. This is going to make it way more convenient in the future to just grab that one Pokemon. All right, and with that Horde and Dragonite reaching level 81, I've officially spent 3 hours and a little over 2 minutes XP training. I'm done. I'm exhausted. That's enough for today. 3 hours in a row XP training. I like to grind a lot, but man, 3 hours in a row of a pretty mundane activity like that is rough. Let's cover the positives. What rewards do we get to reap? We went ahead and got Crocodile up to level 83. And I'll go ahead and throw up on the left-hand side of the screen the starting levels for a bunch of these Pokemon. So this was just a measly Croc starting at level 33. So this has come an extremely long way. We actually used him to do the XP training with his own Earthquake. We have our Chandelure next, who started level 66 and is now level 87. We then have the Mienfoo, who is now a Mienshao, from level 33 as well to Krokorok, now to level 74 as a Mienshao. And obviously, we already know that our Corsola is now level 50. And then I also went ahead and trained up one of my extra Kadabras. I trained the Timid one up, the Timid Synchronized one up to level 37. Still need to EV train that at some point, but the more Kadabras I actually get trained up, the more I can physically and pragmatically use them in catch events. So I probably should go ahead and get over rid of that overlay, but there we go. This Timid Synchronized Kadabra now up to level 37. And I got this Dragonair into a Dragonite and all the way up to level 81 from around level 65, I believe, at the start, and gave it Surf, Rock Smash, Waterfall, and Fly. This is my go-to and favorite HM friend Pokemon. And my Pumpkin boss team is coming along swimmingly. But that's it for me. It's about 2:30 a.m. I'm going to go get some rest and do a little bit more work tomorrow on Saturday, and then wrap it up and do our conclusions for this episode. I'll see you guys then. Good morning. It is Saturday morning, the day after all of that XP training that we did. Got a lot of progress done there. And I was thinking about heading inside of the Desert Underpass and doing some Ditto catching. Now that I have this substitute Poison Heal Breloom, it allows me to catch Dittos a lot more consistently. It's very, very, very comfy using this strategy. Being able to use sub to set up in front of the Ditto and just always fully sustain with Poison Heal. It's really comfy and nice. However, it's not the most efficient strat. The most efficient strat that I probably could employ on the Iron Man is just simply using a False Swipe Spore Smeargle, but with an item called Safety Goggles, which I don't have, obviously, and that's a BP item. So I was thinking about just catching a few Dittos on the Breloom and seeing how that looks, but honestly, since we did it last episode, and I think it was really, really, really amazing progress to do so, I'm actually going to head back to the Battle Tower and try to earn a little bit of BP. Grab that same exact team that I used last time and just try to earn a little bit BP. Probably not all of it, but earn a little bit BP towards those Safety Goggles so that I can efficiently catch Dittos. And now it's easy to see all the good IV Pokemon I have in my boxes and ask, why do you need Dittos, Petrowski? Like, you have so many 1x31s Pokemon, why do you need more good IV Pokemon, more breeders? Why would you want to catch more? I would want to add fire to the pile, right? And essentially, it comes down to a lot of these mons are just in very specific egg groups, and it's shocking how difficult it is to breed all of these together, If I look up, like, bug egg group, and then I look up 31s, right? I need 32 bug egg group 32 1x31 bug egg group Pokemon of differing genders, of different stat allocations, just to breed a 6x31, right? So if I go to my noted, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of those are male, right? We have one female there. That's a problem. We have way too many males than females in these selections. And then over to 2x31s, we only want to use these later on. Like I actually don't have nearly enough compatible breeders is my main problem. If I look up like, oh, how many of these are all in special attack, right? Like how many of these have Spatak? 4 of them, at least 4 of them are all overlapping into Spatak. That's not relevant. I have 4 different 31 Spatak males. Keeping these egg group breeders like this is nice, but I'd like to eventually, at some point, the hyper endgame on the Iron Man would be like getting rid of these, or at least keeping very, very few egg group breeders. The hyper endgame is only keeping Dittos, or only allowing Dittos to be my breeders, because they're just so much more flexible. They'll save box space. There's so much less thinking involved. There's so much less stress-free. The problem with Dittos is you can't like breed them up the same way you can with these breeders. So the end game will be have a box of Pokemon that are all like 2 to 3x31 plus, and then having like 0 1x31s on the account. The hyper end game goal is 0 1x31s of random little Pokemon. These should all be bred up into 2x31s, etc. All right, but I think this is the team that I had last time. Typhlosion, Draco Meteor, Salamence. I think it was Moltres. I can actually go check my battle box. Okay, whew. Yeah, thankfully, I was like, I couldn't remember, and I remember I registered them. This is the value of registering these Pokemon in the battle box. Beautiful. I forget if I had Choice Band on my Garchomp or not. I think I do want to go ahead and plop it on. I think the damage is going to be relevant, but we'll see if that pops up. I think this should be what we need. Let's go ahead and jump in. I might just lose immediately here. Let's see what happens. Is this my... Let's see. I think this is the computer. Double battles level 50. Current win streak 42. If I can win just this one next 7 battles, I'll get a lot of BP. I'm currently at 1,890 BP jumping into this. All right, Trainer 1 was against a lead Scizor and Master Rain. Thankfully, outsped both of them. As long as my Typhlosion outspeeds and gets off that eruption, it's pretty hard for things to go wrong. I could miss a Draco Meteor in certain situations, and that can be bad, to be fair, since it is only 90% accurate. So I do have to take at least 1 second to think, like, okay, what Pokemon do I hit with the Draco Meteor? Like, for a really, easy example here, Foretress, really high chance to have Sturdy. To be fair, this could have Focus Sash as well. But even if, this has Sash, we have 2 Mons in the back, so we should be good, and there's the first trainer done. Now, I do think the Safety Goggles is one of the cheaper-ish, like, it's like mid-tier BP item. I think it's like 4,800. It's not like a 9,800 one similar to the choice items. All right, this is a fight where my Typhlosion was taken out, but we still have 3v2. We should be good here. I think I'm just going for the EQ. I don't think Porygon Z has Levitate. I think he has like Trace or one of those, Porygon type abilities. Thankfully, the benefit of having Salamence and Moltres on my team is to be able to not have to worry about... I'm actually going to go ahead and Fire Blast the Scizor here. I'm just terrified of Scizor. This might be an incorrect play. I am -4 Spatak here. Let's see. We do get to dodge. We get a nice EQ off. Let's see how much damage was done. I kind of missed it. Doing a lot to Porygon Z. Porygon Z living at 0.5 sucks. Thankfully, it died to its own Life Orb. Let's see how much damage Fire Blast does. We are -4 Spatak, but it might be enough still. Beautiful. That's why I want to go ahead and Fire Blast there against the Scizor. I could have dropped Draco Meteor, but if it goes into the Scizor, it's going to waste a lot of damage. And if it goes in the Porygon Z, like, we can kill it in a different way. Whereas Scizor is notoriously difficult to trickle down. Having Moltres in the back there was super nice. It is kind of funny. I end up having like 2 fire types on my team, and then a third Mon having Fire Blast as one of the coverage moves. But it works, man. Like, well, let's see if it works here. Wait a minute. This might be a good testament to the team build. I think this is trainer number 4 or so in this run. If we can get to 7, we'll get a massive amount of BP. I'm super excited to see if we can reach that. We get Eruption off into both of them. Draco Meteor into Feraligatr. Walrein does barely live. If I had double spread move, I could have taken care of both of them. Blizzard comes out. This won't hit my Typhlosion for too hard, I don't think. It will probably KO my Salamence, but that's okay. My Salamence avoided the attack. A little bit of luck involved. I mean, you just appreciate when you get that, you got to appreciate that. I'm going to drop Draco into the slacking slot. Eruption here. I wonder if after the -2 Spatak, I doubt Eruption plus Draco Meteor kill. It might though on slacking. No, slacking's pretty... This is going to be... Ooh, I do miss the Draco Meteor, so the RNG plays out. I normally don't commentate every little Battle Frontier run like this, but these are the later ones. These ones are getting a lot more difficult. As you can see, I'm dying a lot in these instances, so I think these are a lot more interesting to commentate. I kind of want to go Garchomp here. Yeah, this is going to be a little funny / awkward. I think what I do here is just switch to Moltres and then EQ. Slacking is going to be Truanted this turn. Exploud might just die, and if it doesn't, it's fine. I'd rather take this route and have Typhlosion in the back. So I can also switch it off of Eruption if I need to, since it's onto Specs. It gives me a chance, but now we're just good. Like, now this should just be GG's. We'll go Heat Wave into EQ. Beautiful, beautiful. That's fight number 4 out of 7. I just want to get to 7. If I get 7 complete, I'm pretty sure I get like 2,000 BP, which is ridiculous for 7 quick fights. Yeah, on to fight number 5, this little Sailor. Battle Frontier has just been such a good testament to it's always good to go explore and learn new things in PokeMMO. Sometimes I've been playing this game for 12 years, right? And it's so easy to be intimidated. It's, kind of ironically with Salamence popping out his ability, it's so easy to be intimidated with learning new things, but you can teach old dogs new tricks. I know it sounds silly, but it's really important to remember that. This has been such a boon to my account. I was so worried that learning Battle Frontier would be this whole thing, this big to-do, and it really hasn't. Like, I've actually jumped in this extremely quickly. I'm sure there are, not to disrespect the experts, I'm sure there are tons of really cool, like, little nuances in these fights, but just learning it from a stance of spamming Control Z in a lot of this stuff and just spamming stuff down and doing good damage, like, it's been so fun, refreshing to play PokeMMO in this way, and massively beneficial to the account. It's all the things you could ever ask for. Sorry, I know I keep rambling about it, but I'm just excited. This is also the reason why I started the Iron Man account. The whole point of the account is to do things that are unique and different, do things that you wouldn't normally do. On a main account, I would have never come and tried this, and it never would have been like, there's no point, right? On the Iron Man account, it's like, hey, I need to farm BP. This is something I've never done before. Yeah, like, it's a pretty decent method, but there's actually reason to come do this, you know? Like, it's a decent meta-ish method to farm BP. I do think, like, doing Elite 4 reruns and the Red Refight, certain things are better, but even those you can only do every so often. So it's been a fantastic, cool new thing to learn on the Iron Man. On to fight number 6. We are running into some really tanky Pokemon now. Like, both of these guys keep living my eruptions. As you can see, Machamp and Umbreon both living these attacks. I'm getting rid of Umbreon there purposefully. Machamp can Ice Punch into Salamence. That is okay. Stone Edge coming for my Typhlosion is not okay, though. Okay, Eruption should take out Machamp. I just go Draco Meteor into the Blastoise slot. Blastoise only taking 30% from my Eruption there is kind of devious. Tanky waters are definitely my least favorite thing that I want to see here. If that's Stone... What is happening? Stone Edge miss into my Draco Meteor. So many misses on like 90%, 80% accuracy moves. That's so funny. Yup. Here, dude. 4 different bulky Pokemon. 2 of them being bulky waters. Oh, man. This is a tough... I think I just stay in and let my... I'm basically just sacrificing my Typhlosion here. That's totally, I think it's okay and worth it. I almost wonder if it's worth to ever double out my Salamence to get in the extra Intimidate here. We'll have to see. We see Scald from Blastoise. Feraligator's most likely physical. This fight's going to be tough. We see an Ice Punch come out, OKOing my Salamence. Is that from the Feraligator? Yup, from the Feraligator. We see the Scald come out, killing my Typhlosion. This is now a 2-on-2 fight. The problem is we are Firebird. We are a Firebird and a 4 times weak Pokemon to Ice against 2 bulky waters with Ice coverage. This is going to be tough. This might be a loss. I really hope not. I'm so close to the juicy BP. Let me think through every situation here. I'm pretty sure it's Heat Wave into... I'm pretty sure it's just Heat Wave into, what's it called? But I could be wrong. Like, maybe it is worth to go for the Hurricane. Maybe the Hurricane's worth it to try to KO something. Hurricane into Feraligator. It just sucks if I miss, but what are you going to do? I think it's the better play. EQ, yeah, I think EQ into... EQ, but does this just kill? No way. Oh, Garchomp, you are disgusting. I can't believe that just kills. Okay, I do have to hit something now, though, with my Moltres. I could still lose this. I have Wide Lens. Okay, we hit the Hurricane. The first Hurricane, I was expecting to miss that and then have to go into something else. We'll take it. Beautiful. Really close fight, though. Came down to 1 Pokemon left. These fights literally feel like Elite Four fights at this point. This is battle number 7. Battle number 7 feels notoriously more difficult than the previous fight, so I'm going to really take my time, actually, and think on this one. Moltres and Tyranitar leads. Is he going to set Sand? Is it worth for me to... Oh, this is so awkward. Switch here. You're getting Intimidate off. He's definitely going to set Sand, boosting his Spadef. This is a great counter to my team, and I don't know how to... Do I hit Lava Plume instead, trying to fetch for a burn on the T-Tar? Surely not. I feel like the damage from Eruption's got to be better. I think this is just the strat, and then we go Draco Meteor into T-Tar. This is really tough. Maybe Draco Meteor into Moltres. Do we even kill the T-Tar with that? We can bring in the Chomp after one of our Mons dies to EQ the T-Tar. Yeah, let's Draco Meteor into Moltres. That is relevant. We see a Heat Wave come out, chipping down my Typhlosion a little bit before we get the Eruption off, which is relevant. Draco Meteor comes out, almost one-shotting the Moltres, to be fair. We could switch out the Salamence here, unless he gets Ice Punched or Ice Beamed by the T-Tar. Eruption comes out, KOing the Moltres, only doing 20% to T-Tar. He's getting 50% Spadef boosted by this sand right now. This sand is a massive problem for my team. Stone Edge comes out KOing the Salamence. I was afraid of something coming out to KO the Salamence, but at least things usually target the Salamence, not my Typhlosion, but that might be worse for me here, is the problem. I think I have to go Chomp here. Oh, no. Okay, his whole team is so perfectly positioned to counter me. Oh, man. Do I ever stay in and go Eruption here and just die to my own? I don't think I can. I think I have to go my Moltres and then go EQ here. And the EQ hopefully should kill the T-Tar, but it might be kind of close. This is going to be... I might lose. I'm at a much worse position type-wise in this fight. I think that does kill the T-Tar. Beautiful. Okay, that's a really, really big deal. Oh, we do kill the T-Tar. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. That's fine. Scald going into that slot is totally fine. A burn would be fine. Sandstorm rages on. We have Suicune into Registeel. You don't see that every day in PokeMMO. It's cool to have a chance to see that. I think I just go... Do I go Fire Blast? Do I go Heat Wave? Do I just go Heat Wave for the... I think Registeel... Yeah, I do just go Heat Wave. I hope this isn't too troll. I think I just go Earthquake into Heat Wave. Earthquake comes out doing 62% to Registeel, 32% to Suicune. The spread chip does matter from Heat Wave. Heat Wave should clean up Registeel. I think this is it. Does not kill Suicune though, but our Typhlosion in the back hopefully should. There's a chance that Typhlosion gets outsped and like cannot beat this Suicune, so we actually need something to live here. Okay, beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. Our Chomp is going to live. I'm going to bring out Typhlosion and just click whatever because the Garchomp's going to kill it, actually, and I can't stop that, but that's okay. We're going to click Flamethrower here, EQ here. Whew, that is fight number 7. That should be our BP fight. That was a tough one, though, man. That one felt tougher than the one Pokemon left. I guess there was more on the line. It was a very, very, very close fight. GG's. Okay, give me that beautiful BP. Let's see. 1650, not 2k. Man, okay. Up to 3,540. Let's go see how much that safety goggles cost. But that was, yeah, that was my 50th fight. 49. My current win streak is 49. All right, the safety goggles do cost 4,800 BP. So if I gained like 1,500 more BP, what would that be? Plus 1,500 B. Yeah, that's enough. You know what? Okay, let's go try to do 7 more fights. If I lose, that'll be the perfect ending to this. If I lose, I don't get the safety goggles and I'll have to regrind up from a very low point percentage. If I win, it'll be very difficult. It'll be a new, you know, high streak in the fight. Dude, let's go see. This will be really, really, really exciting and intense. Okay, I just got fucking bopped by a Rapidash and an Electivire. He went Ice Punch into my Salamence, outsped, destroyed me. Drill Run from my Rapidash into my Typhlosion. Critical hit on the Typhlosion, destroyed me. So, this might be the... I mean, I could EQ both of these. If my Garchomp outspeeds, we're actually like in a good spot. If my Garchomp does not outspeed, we are in a problem. Let's go ahead and see. Moment of truth. Rapidash is quite fast. Yup. Please don't go. I was saying, please don't go. That shouldn't kill. There's no way this kills. Take to only 20% or so. This should KO both of these. No questions asked. Yeah, see you later. Send them home, dude. We have to just hope. Okay, we're recovering. We have to just hope that we can kill these last 2 mons. Claydol is definitely Levitate. Man. Claydol's Levitate. I can't really hit it hard with anything on my... If I get countered by a Claydol, that would be crazy. I would kind of respect, like, that's kind of amazing. Do I go Heat Wave here? The problem is, I probably have to go Hurricane into something and hope to kill. I think what am I more worried about? Wailord having Ice Beam or Claydol having Ice Beam? That's the question you have to ask. I think Wailord, unfortunately. I'm going to go Hurricane into that slot. EQ there. Yeah, I can't even chip down Claydol, so we do get a crit on Wailord. Please hit the Hurricane. It would be so beautiful. That's so okay. Crit. I literally don't think I killed a Wailord without the EQ crit. Dude, these Battle Frontier fights are so hard that once you get later on, they actually become so unbelievably close. I cannot hit this Claydol now with my Garchomp, so it's just here to draw attention and be a tank. I just have to go Hurricane into this and hope to hit. This Claydol is going to levitate me every time. If he keeps putting Earth Powers into my Garchomp, that's the best case scenario. because I just need my Moltres. If he goes like Ancient Power into my Moltres, it might be over. We got a Confusion. Are you kidding me, dude? The Hurricane. I'm so lucky, man. The Hurricane Confusion to make it all possible. I think now I go Fire Blast. It has higher likelihood to hit. I am Wide Lens, so it increases my accuracy a little bit, but like not, you know, there's still a decent chance to miss on a lot of these. Beautiful Fire Blast into the Claydol, taking it out. Dude, that fight was insane. I think that was only like fight number 2 out of 7 as well. Let me see. Was that 2 or 3? Oh my god, that was number 2. This is hard, man. At this point, every single fight is like really close. Like every single fight is just seconds away from being lost. Kingdra Crobat is a crazy pair to go against. Oh, I'm gonna have to drop Draco into Kingdra and hope that Crobat, it's gonna outspeed me. Hope that Crobat doesn't go for something that hits me too hard into my Typhlosion. Just go Eruption into Draco into Kingdra. Sludge Bomb into Salamence is ideal. That is totally fine. If yeah, beautiful. If they outspeed me and go into my Salamence, I'm very happy with that. If he outspeeds me and goes into my Typhlosion, it might just be GG's. Let's hit our Draco here. Beautiful. Okay, clean taking out the first 2. I'm on fight 5 out of 7. We have another Tyranitar lead. Setting up Sand. This makes things tremendously difficult. A Stone Edge from the T-Tar puts my Salamence at about 1 HP. Yup. Oh, man. Okay, at least it lived. It living is huge. I'll still get off a nice Draco Meteor, which is nice. The Eruption actually did one-shot the Ursaring. I'm kind of surprised by that. Ursaring can be a bit tanky, but our Draco Meteor misses anyway. And then the Sand kills us. Okay, that gives us... Ooh, what does that even give us? I kind of want to bring in my Garchomp here, but I can't even click EQ. I think I have to go Moltres, or I could go Garchomp and rely on like Dragon Claw into something else. This is brutal. My Eruption's only doing 27% for this T-Tar. I think that... Oh, man. I could go the Garchomp, hope... I think I go Garchomp, hope the switch is nothing crazy. Okay, it's a grounded Pokemon. That's what I needed to see. So I think now I have to go into Moltres and just go EQ here. They go Stone Edge into the Moltres slot. That's okay. Like, Moltres dying there is, well, mostly okay. I have to... No, that's GG's. I'm dead. I'm so dead. I so lost. Man, that's really unfortunate. The fact that the Starmie outspeeds... Oh, that sucks. That's a bummer. That's a bummer, but that's what it is. What it is. That's the Iron Man, dude. Losing like that sucks. Oh, man. It was a well-fought fight. We reached over 50 fights in a row won. That's the win streak finally ended. The first win streak ended on the Iron Man. Thank you for playing. You know what? I had fun. I don't get any BP, do I? Nope. None at all, and that's okay. I guess that'll be a mission for next episode. I love to get the safety goggles to be able to efficiently farm Dittos, but we did our best. It was good progress. This team has been pretty good. I don't love the Moltres. The Moltres, I don't love it. I think that's the thing that could definitely be upgraded, but I still want a flying type here is the problem, so we'll have to see. I don't want it to be another, maybe Zapdos. I think Zapdos would actually be the fix that I need. Yeah, actually... Zapdos would be the perfect solution to this team. Oh my god, do I have to go get Zapdos right now in the wild? Maybe that's what's next, but for now, let's go ahead and do our recap. Alright, it is time for the most important part of every single episode, going over the conclusions and seeing what goals I achieved. I feel pretty good about this episode. I think I put about 50 hours or so, 45 to 50 hours into this week. Looking at my trainer card, I'm at 415 hours played now. If I log in and out, it might actually be a little bit higher. Sometimes you need to log in and out to reset that. So yeah, up 1 hour, 416 hours played so far, 1.3 million Pokeyen, 3,500 BP, and then our Pokedex is getting slowly pushed up every time, 233 COD OT there. We've definitely been slowly working at a bunch of different things, so we're seeing a bunch of different areas on the account slightly improve each episode, as opposed to the Pokedex OT just going from like 220 to like 500 or complete in one episode. We've really been taking our time to do a little bit of everything and spread out the activities, which is really important in my opinion to playing PokeMMO long term and enjoying it. If I just went straight for the Pokedex completion, I would burn out. I would not have fun. It would be not enjoyable, but doing a little bit of Battle Frontier, a little bit of Pokedex, a little bit of EXP training, EV training, legendary hunting, you know, that's what I enjoy about PokeMMO, is changing your activities based on the day. But anyways, over to the goals. We did not complete Sinnoh. No legendaries, of course. HM Dragonite. We did go ahead and finally get that done. Next up, train up our shiny Corsola. Finally went ahead and did that. Got it up to level 50 and EV trained it appropriately. Another tier 1 goal completed. I almost feel like get another shiny, like that shiny Tentacruel should be an extra goal on this list, but it's not really. I feel like that should count towards something. You know what? I feel like get a shiny. Any episode where I get a shiny, I feel like that should count as a goal completed. You know, getting a shiny is not something that happens every day. Well, unless you're my Iron Man account and have crazy good luck, but it was really cool and crazy to see a shiny Tentacruel kind of just happen out of nowhere. And then I just moved on from it so quickly without really appreciating it for what it is, man. I've never had a shiny Tentacruel on a PokeMMO account, and I think it's an underrated, you know, I don't want to say underrated, overhated shiny. Shiny Tentacruel is visually very cool, but it's just so common that people end up disliking it, which I do understand that sentiment. But I am going to count getting a shiny as a completed goal, so let's go ahead and knock that off the list. As well as a utility Pikachu, we do have that mostly trained up. We do have to get a light ball for that, to be fair, so that'll be done next episode. Definitely don't have 30 amulet coins and have 6 mediocre comps. We might have that. It's tough to consider what do you call a mediocre comp? Like this Garchomp is my definition of a mediocre comp, where it's 2 times 31 and then kind of, well, this is more even like PvM Pokemon that could be used as a mediocre comp. This is what I think of when I think of like a mediocre, and this is like a pretty solid comp to be fair on the Iron Man. I think I do have enough mediocre comps, but let me get a full team together really quick. Yeah, I absolutely do. If we count things like my Salamence, count the new Gliscor that we made in this episode, count the Hitmontop we already had, the Mienshao. Obviously, these are PvM and raid Pokemon as well, but these could definitely be used as mediocre PvP Pokemon to test out a team, see how things fit, and see how the team itself feels. We have the Chandelure over here. Yes, I would absolutely say that I have 6 mediocre comps, and I could even queue up into OU if I really wanted to. I'd have to moveset the Pokemon a little bit more appropriately, but it's something we could do. I do have like 2 fighting types, like the team, or you know, the team's not great, but there's something going on here. And it looks like I'm gonna have to set some more tier 1 short-term goals because we are running out, dude. That's a crazy sight to see. On to tier 2 goals. I don't have a PvP team made in terms of like a structured PvP team where I picked typings on Pokemon, items, movesets. Like this is definitely not achieved in my personal opinion. I don't think any of these have actually been achieved. 3 4 times 31s or 3 3 times 31 Pokemon bred. Let's go check this one. I kind of doubt this. So we have our Charmander, that's number 1. This Salamence was not bred, so I don't count that. I feel like they have to be purposely bred for. We have 1, 2. The Vulpix is number 3. The Larvesta is not 2 times, not enough 31s. This we won an event, so we have 3 so far there. And I think that's it. I think our number right now is 3. We have 3 different, like, really good IV Pokemon that were bred up, but we are not quite there at wait, the goal is to have 3. Why did I think it was more than that? 3 times 31, 25 plus breeds. The Charmander, the Charmeleon, the Scraggy, the Vulpix. That's it. That's done. Okay, that's a wow. I'd love to make a new version of this goal, but that's amazing, dude. Hell yeah. I'm going to up that to 5 to push myself to do more, but then also go ahead and go add that over to the completed goals list for the 3 times. And then we have our long-term goals list to look over. Pokedex completion, make a raid team / do raids. Definitely haven't done that. Heatran raid, nope. Egg shiny, BP items, ocarinas, ultra rare, yada, 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 yada. Halloween pumpkin boss team. This is actually done, which is crazy. I still need to go buy like 1 quick safeguard TM, but you don't even want to put the safeguard TM on the Chandelure too early, because then what if I want to use it in PvP? I'm not going to want that safeguard TM. Safeguard TMs are pretty cheap, so I'll just put that on like last minute before the event essentially. That's all I need. That's perfect. That's honestly one of my favorite goals that I've achieved on the account in general, is having that raid team put together. The fact that I can now grind the pumpkin boss when that eventually comes with the Halloween update, I just can't wait. I'm not totally ready for raids, don't get me wrong, but the pumpkin boss itself, I could absolutely take down. This has got me hyped up. One of my favorite goals I've achieved so far on the account for sure. Top 3. All right, and that's all the goals we achieved this episode. I did go ahead and add on 2 new goals to the tier 2, and I'll definitely want to brainstorm and add some new ones to tier 1 and other goals. I did add catch 60 Dittos to tier 1, and then I added 20 gym reruns total on the account. We're at 14 so far on the account, and to get these safety goggles to help me catch those Dittos, of course. Now let's look at our completed goals before this little recap to now our completed goals. And you can see they're both massive lists, dude. It's finally, our completed goals has gotten so long, it is running off the page. So on the left, we can see down to Fly Ocarina, and that ends here on the right. And then we have HM Dragonite, train up a shiny Corsola, get a shiny, utility Pikachu, have 6 Mudokar comps, you know, the different powerful breeds, and the Halloween Pumpkin boss team. We've done so much on the Ironman account in just 416 hours, and I can't wait to keep making progress if you guys keep watching and enjoying the same way that I am. Hopefully you guys enjoyed today's episode. If you did, make sure to like it. Physically like the video, helps out tremendously. Dislike if not. Subscribe to the channel for daily Pokemon videos every single day, and then weekly Sunday episodes on the Ironman's progress. Discord's down below if you're interested in that. You can follow me on Twitch to see me stream the progress live, usually Monday through Thursday at 12 p.m. ET. And if you want to go above and beyond and support the content, YouTube memberships, Twitch Primes, Twitch subs, PayPal and Venmo donations, as well as if I'm running a sponsorship like HelloFresh or Factor, or companies that I've worked a lot with in the past, it's a great way to get yourself 50% off of some amazing food, a product that I believe in and that I've used in the past off of sponsorships, and then also support the content. They give me a really healthy commission, and I try to be honest and upfront about that. But that's it for me. That is all for today. I will see you guys next time on the PokeMMO Iron Man Progress series. But for now, peace, Reno. Yo, what's up? Outro Petrowski here, and I wanted to take this time to say thank you to everyone who goes above and beyond and supports my channel. Your names are all listed here. You make it possible for me to make helpful and mildly entertaining content for the game that I love and make it available for free for everyone to enjoy. Thank you so much for allowing me to even be here.